East, you don't do that?
Yeah, we do it before we start though. Before we hit the play. Yeah.
We on?
I didn't know we was on, man.
Oh
we
shit!
didn't get a chance to throw the Palau up. No, not on camera.
Right?
Yeah, we live.
All right, baby. Hey, shalom, shalom. Want to give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation for the whole elect Akin that's pushing this word. Hey, peace to the elect out there in the four corners of the earth, man. That's teaching this word too. All right, hey, there's a lot of things that's going on, right? Everything's starting to line up. Everything's starting putting in place. You know, you see the theatrics from Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, putting on the minds of these men. All right, so, you know, to play out that movie, okay? So, right now, we can sitting back and being patient for the Lord, you know, on his return right now, okay? But you got a lot of people, a lot of individuals out there are bugged out. They know that the system sucks. It's failing them. You got women getting bugged out because of this system, all right? You got dudes from the truth getting bugged out, switching up doctrine. So you got a whole big-ass movie. And everybody has a role to play here, okay? Right. But the difference is, hey, y'all about to shalom, bro. The problem is, you got a lot of people don't know what time they're living in, okay? They're not aware of the fact of what's going on, all right? You got some people, I got some people at the job, you know, they kind of scared, so they have some kind of a sense of an idea. Yeah. But you got other idiots out there trying to hold out for hope. For Babylon the Great. But according to the scriptures, it said there shall be no healing Babylon. Okay, as you can see the results. All right, so all these jobs right now are dwindling. They got a lot of these jobs on a hiring freeze. All right, why? Because a lot of these jobs are going automation. So you know what automation means? AI. Robots gonna be taking over, man. Right. On a mass scale. That's why they're not hiring. They got everything on the freeze, or they give you a volunteer to quit,
to resign. That's what Trump did to the federal government jobs.
Yep. They call it temporary layoffs. They call it like that. They would give you like a package deal, a severance, and there you go. You out of here. Okay. So right now this goes to the plans of 2025 agenda down to the 2030 agenda plan. Everything's gonna be taken over by AI.
Yeah, it's turning into the Jetsons.
Remember
that cartoon?
Yeah, bro.
In that time. Yeah. Hey, and by 2030, they want it up and fully running, not just starting in planning. 2030 is when they want it fully going.
Yeah.
Fully automated, everybody see hip, and them in total control.
That's right. That's the whole plan. That's the whole plan. So a lot of people don't know what the hell's going on because of all the distractions that's going on. All that Iran and Israel, hey, that's part of prophecy. That's going to happen. All right? Mark of the beast, that will happen, which is the RFID chip. That will happen. Right. And if you put two and two together, that's where it's leading to, man. Okay? All right, so give me Ecclesiastes. No, you know what? Give me Jeremiah 28 and 8, man. Because a lot of people they always want those questions to be answered, right? Okay? And they think that by going to a church, that God's going to talk to them, this is going to happen. No, the church is part of that system. But they're not going to give you the answers, man. They're going to give you the runaround. All right? Okay? See what I mean? That's a prime example of people don't know what the hell is going on. But that's Esau for you. He's a clown.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Okay?
They wouldn't have said that just being in front of our face. They would have said that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
They cowards.
Exactly. All right? Let's get that.
Yeah, I got it. Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
So when you go to word prophet, it means to say things before it happens. That's what we're doing. According to prophecy, we're how you call it? We're deciphering the scriptures, man. All right, because it's all about prophecy. We're in the spirit of prophecy. See, this is a Christian's nightmare, a kryptonite when it comes to prophecy.
Right.
Or even regular Joe Slows out there, they can't decipher prophecy, man.
Yeah, they don't say that, man.
Yeah,
don't say that.
You're being negative, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I had one idiot at work. He said, man, it's good that this Superman coming out, man, because all this war shit's all negative. I looked at him, yo, he was finished, man. I said, you through, man. See, a lot of people in this earth and this world can't grasp reality, man.
That's right.
They like to live in a fantasy world, all right? So that's why them churches, those pastors, they don't give them the straight answer because they don't know the answers, man. But we do.
If I may add, you said that fantasy, that's like the Matrix. It's
Yeah,
like the Matrix,
exactly.
they had that coding, you know, to break it down.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly, brother. That's the problem. But you know what? That's part of prophecy because a lot of 2/3 of our own people is not going to get this word. They're going to hate this word. They're going to hate the Lord. They're going to side with this system. Ain't nothing new what happened when Moses got out of Egypt, man. Okay? You had niggas out there complaining. They want to go back to Egypt. They want that food again. This ain't nothing new, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Go ahead.
Cucumbers and garlic.
Melons.
Is that part again?
It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries
Right.
and against great kingdoms
Uh-huh.
of war and of evil and of pestilence.
There you go, man. So now you have to really decipher the environment you at right now, what time you living in. Okay, are we living in a time of peace? No. Take a look around you, even in the news. Even take a look at the judgment, how people walk and react. You can tell, man.
Yeah, it's over, huh?
There's nothing but hate and war. That's where we at.
Right.
Okay, this is what I mean by redeeming the times, man. All right, we're not in a time of peace
Right.
and unity. Hell no, man.
Right.
Okay, right now you got these devils at work. They're gonna conjure something up to gauge the minds of the people, right? To go in that gun-ho USA spirit again, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, that's what's gonna roll, man.
And just this past couple of days, I think it was yesterday or the day before, up in Lake Tahoe, you had a bunch of Edomites on vacation, and the Lord came through with a storm and killed, I think it was like 9.
Yep.
Killed like 9 mother effers, man.
Damn.
And they was just out there on their little mini yachts,
Yeah.
and then they had a surge come through there that toppled boats, and they still looking for people.
Man, there you go.
Yeah, I think people were struck by lightning, wasn't there? Yeah, they were. I think like
some people
20,
was hit by lightning, some drowned.
I think like 20 people were struck by lightning. All at one time. Bah. So you know that was.
I was just rolling by that. I was just rolling by it, and then when I got to the warehouse, it was on the damn TV. I was like, oh shit! I was like, damn, I was just rolling past there a few hours ago.
Spirits is amped up, man.
Judgment.
And you had a certain individual woman that trying to play her husband live and stuff. She got murked out, man. Okay.
Yeah, he murked her on live. Huh?
Yeah, murked her live, man. On Fontana.
Is that
that's
the
where they was
trainer
at?
guy?
Yeah, the new Fontana over there.
Wow.
All right, because she couldn't wait for the divorce. She got 4 kids with his children, and now because of social media, she's been poisoned by it.
Yeah.
She want to do her own thing, and he said, "Hell no." He fucking murked her out, man.
And the dude that she was dealing with, right?
Yeah, and the real simp
Yeah, I see that.
got murked out too, man. Now you got all these people with these backward type of thinking, calling the dude that killed her a simp. No, man. Jealousy is a rage of a man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? People don't know that.
Yeah, man.
But that's the time we live in. We live in hate and war, nothing but chaos right now.
Yep.
Right? So these people that's driving around Sherman Oaks, they living in a fantasy world. Okay? But they know damn well shit is not right, man. They try to ignore it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You got
Sorry.
And they got that saying in the world, ignoring reality
Okay,
don't
nah.
mean if you ignore reality, you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Right. Some to that effect.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't ignore them because you know why? There's nowhere to run. There's no escape. Because judgment is gonna come upon Babylon. Okay? It's gonna come. What are you gonna do then? All right, you got no excuses.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. It says, and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
War, evil, and pestilence. We at war. There's plenty of evil and of pestilence, man. Okay, now you got another cold C19er on steroids. Yeah. All right. We don't know how they're gonna bring it in. It could be any type of way, but it's gonna usher in the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. Yeah. That's what's gonna roll, because they still gotta fulfill the agenda for 2030. That's part of it, man.
Yeah, because they gotta knock off hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there was I can't remember what event it was, but it was a major event, and like 150 people got stuck with needles, man. You know, so you know that could be giving people some kind of disease and having it spread, you know, within certain states and shit like that, and they just release a lot of mosquitoes too.
Yeah. And that could also too be that's could be a part of it, but you still got the people that took the juicy juice. Who are walking around ticking time bombs, man.
A perfect example is down in Houston. About 70% of the women got AIDS over there, man.
Shit.
Okay, and I think that's due to the jump shot, man.
That's
Okay,
where it's from.
and the lewdness of Israel, man. Okay, because a lot of them Houston chicks is porn stars, man. Okay, OnlyFans. All this BS, man. But guess what? That's judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's right. Because 2/3 you gotta go, man. All right. Give me Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, the seasons. Go to the point.
That's third chapter.
Yeah, third chapter.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to purpose under the heaven.
Now, here's the problem. Under the heaven, what's under the heaven? The earth, all right? And the inhabitants thereof, all right? The inhabitants don't know what season we're in, man. They have an idea, but they think everything's gonna go blow over and good old USA is gonna come back to power again. Make America great again. No, man. When the Lord puts pains on this place, it's gonna keep going.
Right.
All right? Go ahead.
It says a time to be born and a time to die.
Now, according to the curses, all right, it said, "Cursed thou shalt be go in, and cursed thou shalt go out," man. All right. So, as a people, we're cursed for a reason. Why? Because we disobeyed Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, which is the law, statute, commandments. We disobey that, so that's why we're here. All right, go ahead.
It says a time to heal and a time to. I'm gonna read verse 2 again. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Now, here we go. The only thing we're planting is this word. All right, to the elect. All right, and to be plucked up, we could say, you know, there's twofold. Okay. The ones that's gonna be plucked up are the elect, man. Okay. The ones that's planted are the men that's teaching this word. All right. So right now we're at a time of planting. We're fishing. Okay. Go ahead.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
Right now we can't. We're in a fishing season. We're in a time of kill. But guess what? Esau's the time of killing right now. Okay. He's the red horse, the pale horse, and the black horse. Okay. Go ahead.
It says a time to break down and a time to build up.
Or can we build here in America? Hell no. That's the problem with a lot of these people, man, including our own. Okay, they're still looking for a way out and a way to keep building here. Why did it say in Micah the second chapter verse 10? Look, man, mentally you got to rise up out of this place, man, because this place is going to be destroyed. You can't plant something that's on bloody soil, man. Spiritually and physically, you can't. Do you want to remain under subjection to the so-called white man? That's the thing that they do. They want that.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
It says a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance,
Go ahead.
a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together.
That's right.
Hey, matter of fact, on the dancing, this is the time to dance, because the scripture talks about we piping into you. It's a spiritual dance. It's not physical dance. You know what I'm saying? It's basically you move into the tunes of this word and you're doing the things that's according to the Heavenly Father.
You got the mic. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So you know, we moving with this word, man.
Yeah.
We making things happen according to the Lord's plans. You know what I'm saying? We getting our families right, we getting ourselves right. You know what I'm saying? We moving in the spirit. Okay, we doing what we have to do as like dealing with ourselves as a man.
Yeah.
You know, hey, we feeding the elect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we moving, we're dancing.
Yeah, spiritually.
Yeah, spiritually.
Yeah, physically, we not in a party type of spirit right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what the world produces. Dreaded circus and a partying type of spirit. Okay, it doesn't matter how many distractions they put on, pain's gonna continue here, man.
Yeah.
Okay, now right now you got people getting all mad now because Trump is doing that. Well, this is who you voted for. It doesn't matter who's there. They're gonna carry out the same agenda what the elites want them to do. Okay, it's gonna be like in a different type of way, but it's still gonna be the same plan.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, go ahead.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead, brother.
This Ecclesiastes 7:2. It says, "It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting."
Right now we're in the house of mourning, man.
Right.
We're not in a party type of spirit right now. For what? What's to celebrate? The only time brothers are celebrating for the downfall of this place, and we loving it, man. Right. All right, but the world, they don't know that, man. So they think by going partying is gonna distract them from reality.
Right.
Hell no, it's not, man.
Right.
Okay, I see it brothers all see it every day, man.
Yeah.
At work, when you drive, when you go out, they just, you know damn well they really depressed, man.
Yeah, you know it. You hit it right on the nail, bro. It's just they want to be distracted from what's really going on, because they know deep down inside, Jake, you know that this is real, man.
Yeah,
You know what we're teaching is real, man,
Right.
because the Lord gave us a spirit, spiritual. You know, Jake have a zeal, man.
Yeah. Right.
And when they hear the truth, they like, oh damn. And deep down inside, they like, damn, I hope that ain't real, but I know it's gotta be real, because I'm seeing these prophets pop up all around Babylon and shit. I'm seeing them on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You got people calling each other Aki. You know what I'm saying? Just regular niggas. Where did they get that from? Where did they get the growing the beards and wearing the stones and, you know what I'm saying? The truth is, the word is spreading, man.
Oh, you know, the brother, your call has sent the clips. They got a new album dropping. And No Malice, he calls himself No Malice now.
Yeah.
But in the middle of his flow, he say, "I'm from the tribe of Judah."
Look at that.
There you go.
See that?
But he ain't even no Judite.
You know he ain't no Judah. That's a Gad or fucking Ruben, man. Him and his brother. No beards and shit.
Well, hey, guess what? That's the spirit of the Lord. The word is out there, man.
Yeah, it's out there. It's out there.
Right? That's what it's about, man. That's why we're here, to feed you with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You're not gonna go to a church. God is not gonna come to you, man. He always sent his men from the beginning.
Yeah, man.
To give you those answers that you want, man.
Right.
Okay, like it or love it or not, man.
Right.
You gonna keep it 100%.
I got a quick.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Proverbs 13:12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Here you go. So we trying to defer for the truth. Read that part again.
Hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Hope makes the heart sick, man. So you trying to what? Stay in that distraction mode, but guess what? You gonna be depressed still, man.
Oh yeah.
Why? Because you want to ignore the truth.
Yeah.
You do have hope. I'm talking about our people. We have hope.
Yeah, the elect.
Expectations, man.
Right. 2/3 ain't got no hope.
No.
Right. That's why they ain't like the scriptures say, they ain't converted and healed.
Right.
Because they know first of all, the Lord blocked them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? First they blocked, man.
Yeah, they blocked.
But they see that we are the same people, but they can't dance to the tune we talking.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. Now all skin folk are king folk.
And like you saying though, bro, these people are trying to block out reality, but you know when they get home and they're not around their friends and things like that, that reality really be setting in on these people.
Perfect example during that C19er, they were bugging out.
Yeah.
Because they were forced to look in the mirror, man.
Yeah, they was forced to sit the fuck down.
Yeah, yep.
Sit your ass down.
Wait
right.
till the next one.
Yeah.
They talking about the fourth something gonna happen. We're gonna see.
Right.
You know what I'm
You know how they got Iran tied all into it now?
Yeah, we're gonna see. The boogeyman has already been set.
That's right.
The boogeyman booby trap is set.
Yep.
You know?
The spooky.
They gonna be walking around looking like zombies, man. You know, like damn, you look bad. You know, the eyes, like they ain't getting no sleep and shit.
Yeah.
You know? The women gonna be stinking during that time. They already stink now. It's gonna be worse during that time.
And guess who they're gonna look for? The men of the Lord.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen, man.
We're gonna be hid.
We're gonna be hid during that time.
Hey, the Lord ain't gonna have us out here much longer, man. You know,
Time is short.
especially if that one major event happened in Babylon. You out there in the South, Alabama, and parts of New York, they've been hearing explosions left and right, man. And what's been happening during them explosions, the sky is full of clouds, so you really can't see nothing. All you can do is hear. You know, so just let one thing happen. That's all it's gonna take. One thing happen, and there's a national emergency declared. That's your ass.
Yeah, and it needs to happen, man, because a lot of people needs to be humbled, man.
Yeah, bro.
And I seen that firsthand during 9/11, man. I seen it for months. Everybody trying to be nice to you, open the door for you, say good morning.
Wow.
Because they were humbled after what happened. I remember.
You was in New York, right?
I'm from New York,
Yeah,
man.
you was out there at that time.
Everybody was shell shocked.
That's
They
real.
couldn't believe. Yeah, bro. They couldn't process the truth.
I remember it.
You know what I'm
I did a video, and I was saying I remember that exact one. I was on my way to JUCO, and my mom was standing in front of the TV just stuck. She was like, "They bombed us." She was humble, way over here in Cali, man.
It was crazy, man, because every train station I went to, they searched your bags, man. You had dudes with AR-15, M16, military men in every station, man.
Wow.
Searching your bags, man. That's martial law. So guess what? It's gonna happen in a wider scale.
Right.
And guess what? It needs to happen, man.
If I may add,
Go ahead.
what y'all talking about is called a black swan event.
You know,
You know, it's like it's unpredictable, but like when it comes like 9/11, you know, the devastation is drastic. So after 9/11, that's when they deemed the
Patriot Act.
the Patriotic Act.
Yeah, because dealing with the Patriot Act, the government now was able to invade your privacy through surveillance. And that's a part of what the whole plan of why 9/11 happened, because they started to track you people that much more through your cell phones, you know, the cameras around the city and all of that.
It was all about tightening up the noose.
That's what it is.
Taking away your freedoms. And the next one gonna take all your freedoms. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gonna be able to communicate, none of that, man.
You won't.
See, all these different events that have taken place since 9/11, which 9/11 was like a catapult.
Yeah, it was.
It was a soft one, but it still it furthered the agenda. To the point to where now they ready to cash in. All right, they ready to cash in, man. We at the point to where they ready to cash in on all of the American people. All right.
Sleeper cells.
They've been telling you on the news.
Sleeper cells.
Since Trump did what he did, which they say it didn't even deter the enriching of Iran's uranium, but by a couple of months. Since he did that, now they're letting you know that Iran's way to react is they've activated thousands of sleeper cells that are here in the U.S. Which those same sleeper cells came through the border when Biden was in there. When the border was open. Which they all been working together, man. See, the American people, you're so stuck in your own bubble, you can't see that your own government is playing you like a chessboard. And you just a pawn. You just going with the flow. And then one of these days, it's gonna hit you like Isaiah 47 chapter tell you. In one day and in a moment. All right, the loss of children and widowhood is gonna be upon this society, man. Just like what's going on overseas, man. You got all them families. They trying to get food and they getting hit with drones. Men running with their lifeless children in their arms. That reality is gonna come to the West. All right. The scripture don't lie when it says, "Be not deceived. The heavenly Father is not mocked. That whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." What has America sown in the entire planet Earth? They pillaged the earth, raped, robbed, and murdered it unjustly. So you don't think that type of energy is coming here? It's coming here. All right, it's coming.
Yeah, so I want to give you like a scenario when during that 9/11 I was there. I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna be, man. They're gonna shut off all the transportation systems. They're gonna shut off a lot of the like if you want to go to a certain zip code, they're gonna shut that off.
Zones.
They're gonna have zones. Boom. See, there was a time you couldn't even use the train. You had to walk across the bridge. It took 2 hours to get home, man, to go across the bridge, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody's gonna be cut off, man. I tell you now, it's not a joke, man. And what's coming is gonna be way bigger, man, than 9/11, man.
Yeah.
It has to happen, man. According to the Bible, there's gonna be nothing but destruction on Babylon.
That's right.
On a small scale, the wide scale is gonna be those nuclear missiles, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right? So these people right now in America, they have no idea what's coming, man. All right? But guess what? We do. We know. We have the playbook. It's called the Bible, the scriptures, man.
That's right.
And it tells you in 2nd Ezra, the 15th and the 16th chapter, step by step, what's going to roll with these people, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be they're gonna be on famine. They're gonna be disease. They're gonna
Water's gonna cut off.
Yeah, the water's gonna be cut off.
starving to death.
The storehouses, which the grocery stores is gonna be empty.
It's gonna be empty.
Shall suddenly
Right,
become
exactly.
empty because of people gonna race to
They're
it.
gonna
Just
go
like
crazy.
just like 2020.
Yeah.
You couldn't find nothing, especially no Lysol and paper toilet
Yep.
toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Because the news told you to buy that.
Told you to
So
buy
you
toilet.
bought up toilet paper and Lysol. You know, and then water. You know what I'm saying? And you know, non-perishable foods.
Yeah, they purposely removed the Lysol. Purposely removed.
Yeah.
Don't. I saw all the Lysol in the warehouses, man, sitting, collecting dust.
Yeah, because that was a psyop.
There you go.
It was a psyop on the people. You people were being you were being played.
Yeah, you get played.
That's what was going on, man. Okay.
Like they have a whole set of bricks. You know, a pile of bricks waiting.
Waiting for you.
Here you go. And they did that. They did that with George Floyd, all that, man. They were doing that with the protest that was just happening in Paramount, in downtown LA, man.
Yeah,
BLM thing.
setting up the bricks.
Yo, the whole ICE protest. They were doing the same thing, man.
It's all BS to implement new laws to take more liberty away from you, man.
See, these things that's happening are merely test runs.
Yep.
Until the full thing happens.
Yeah.
They know good and damn well that the American military will not use deadly force against their own citizens. They know that.
Right.
This is why they allowed those different troops from all over the world in.
Yeah.
Right.
Going back 2020. See, people forgot about that.
Yeah.
All the UN troops they was housing in them different hotels throughout Chicago, New York, here in LA.
Sanctuary cities.
Okay, they've been housing them, and they just waiting for the time to where they gonna give them blue helmets, and they gonna be out here in these streets, just like the U.S. military will occupy their nation. They gonna occupy this nation, and they gonna bring the same force or even more than what the U.S. did on their countries. All right. The energy is coming back, man.
It is. Right.
You don't just get to rob the world blind and rape, rob, and murder people for no reason because the elite bankers want control of everybody, and that energy don't come back here, man.
Exactly.
That's right, brother.
Look what
That ain't how it works, man.
Right. Look what they just did to the Palisades, man. They started that fire. The DEW.
Yeah.
The DEW. It's a laser that comes down from the heavens and burns stuff up, man.
Yeah, direct energy weapon.
Yeah.
Same thing with Hawaii, you know?
Yeah,
Hawaii.
same thing.
Yeah.
Paradise, California, years back.
Man.
Okay.
You want that right now?
Yeah. Give me that.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us.
So who's the embodiment of Satan on this earth? It's the so-called Caucasian race, man. The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. That's the embodiment of Satan.
That's right.
All right, we the embodiment of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai physically here, man. All right, Lord willing, we're those elect men.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
When you go to that word ignorant, it means lack of knowledge. So we have knowledge of what these devils is doing, man.
Right.
That's why we out here. Okay, we give you information filtered through the scriptures. All right, everything that's happening on this earth is in the scriptures right now, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's why I love that video, man. When Yahweh Shah was walking, he said, "Yo, is it time?" You know what I'm saying? That charged my ass up, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta upload this.
I have a precept for you too.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 52. It's going back to what you were saying, how basically they're gonna siege off the cities, man.
Yes.
You know, and you ain't gonna be able to leave how you want to. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 52. It says, "And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates,
Here you go.
until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest, throughout all thy land. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all the land."
So who trusted America so much? 2/3 of our own people, man.
Yeah, they can't do that.
Yeah,
That's what you hear.
Be saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like they can't do that. They doing it.
Yeah. They actually doing it right in your face.
Right in your
Why
face.
you saying
Worse.
you can't do that?
Yeah.
They got an M16 right at your chest and a masked Edomite telling you to back up.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
How is it they can't do that when they shut the whole world down?
Yeah.
They shut sports down.
Everything.
You know, major leagues, every major league
Shut it down.
shut it down, man. Businesses, mom and pop's business, they went out of business.
Oh,
Yeah.
This ain't gonna
You know
be no
what I'm saying?
simple. You going to the 101 freeway and selling bacon wrap hot dogs. It's not gonna be like that, man.
Right.
Because that force right there, they didn't start spraying bullets at y'all yet, man. But that's gonna roll too. Once that Patriot, they call it the DAD Act, the Patriot Act. Shit, they protect it. Yeah, no.
If you're talking about the defense authorization,
National
Yeah, yeah.
Defense Authorization.
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
where they could detain you without trial and everything.
all that, man.
Yeah. And Obama put that on the books.
Yeah.
He was a part of the plan too. Each
showed
president came and did their part and they gone.
Yeah.
And then they was in the back snorting cocaine and touching on children together, man.
Exactly.
That's true. That's facts, man.
Obama, he did a lot of that most stuff. He passed a lot of that most stuff.
Now you see what? Now you heard what the scripture you just read. All the prophets spoke of these things, man.
Right.
So there's nothing new under the sun. We're doing the same thing.
Yeah. Right.
We're filtering everything through this word right now.
Yeah.
Okay? We ain't speaking out our own vain heart. We're not doing that, man. Everything's coming through the scriptures, man.
Right, because we started on the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war of evil and of pestilence. So prophets that was before us spoke about the same thing, right?
Yep. Yeah. They were in every kingdom prophesying, man. Okay, so we're prophesying the downfall of Babylon the Great. America, man. The new Egypt.
Right.
All right? New Rome.
Yeah.
All in one, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing the same thing as the prophet. We are the prophets of old.
Right.
Coming back, man.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah
like that.
spoke of, this was when Jeremiah day.
Yeah.
We're reading it as today as if it's just written, but no, this was Jeremiah talking about the prophets before him.
Yeah, before him, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And Jeremiah lived during the time of the Babylonian Empire, right before Nebuchadnezzar came in. You know, so like the brother said, he was in reference to the men that came before him.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
he
I'm saying?
suffered. He suffered too
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
suffered, yeah.
by his own people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
by his own people, man. It's always your own kind, man.
All the time, man.
It's always
Wicked niggas, man. Wicked niggas that wasn't in place of leadership, man.
right.
Okay? Go ahead.
That was it on that. You want
Yes.
this? This is Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 15. It says, "And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
And that's how the Lord sent his men out there. The true shepherds, man. Okay? To feed you with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And warning and breaking down these prophecies, man.
Yeah,
That's why we out here week after week after week, man. Doing during the week, putting out lessons. All right? We giving you the food, man. We giving you the whole gourmet.
Yeah, man.
Okay, for free. We're not charging you. All right, but that's our job. That's our duty, man.
Yeah.
All right, sincerely.
Yeah, bro.
Woe be unto us if we preach not the gospel.
Exactly.
So you gonna have to get tired of us. All right, because we ain't gonna stop till the Lord say stop.
You know what I'm saying? Give them no rest.
That's
right.
To the Most High, make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. That's right. And you already see how basically the Hebrew Israelite movement so to speak,
Romans
is like
13, verse 11.
slowly but surely coming to the surface, you know, within the social media realm and stuff. You know, so that's the Heavenly Father pushing this thing up. Because what he say? He said, I will bring forth my apostles last.
Yeah.
I think it was. That's how I say.
Everybody's gonna see that teaching.
Yeah, because it's gonna come to that moment where it's just truth versus that, you know, that evil, and everybody gonna be seeing like, look, what you wanna do, man? Ain't gonna be no gray areas, in betweens, nothing. It's just what you on, what you gonna do. And we know the elect is gonna choose the right way, but everybody else is gonna turn and do, you know, gonna be deceived by Esau.
That's right. Yeah,
Or
that's
other
right.
false Israelite groups.
Yeah.
You got which I don't want to change the subject. What's his name? The chief.
Oh yeah,
Chief
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
Yeah.
He asking who's gonna implement the MOTB.
Yeah.
Nigga, the Bible tells you who's gonna implement it.
Come on, man.
You are like what you been gone too long, my G.
It's just talking, man, because
You been gone too long, homie.
that's social
You know what I'm
media.
saying? Jack be having all them women,
Yeah.
they be having all them wives and just be fucking.
Yeah.
And then come back and act like you deep. You don't know nothing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Simple question.
Yeah, too much that social media status shit. Because if you follow some of these guys, they be posting every little thing they doing, and you check the comment boards, nothing but women talking about hearts and good job, brother, and all this shit. Y'all get it. Y'all, that shit fucking y'all up.
Yeah, niggas blind by pussy.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Niggas blind by pussy, man.
Yeah.
You know, the cheerleading and shit on social media instead of really doing the work of the Lord, man. Actually digging in, man. Actually knowing what the hell's going on. That's why you would ask something stupid like that, man.
Right. That was stupid.
Right.
That was dumb, Mike.
That was a dumbass. I was like, man, is this nigga serious?
This nigga driving shit. Nigga, where you been? First off, address where you been at.
Hey, that's in the scriptures, man. His wisdom faileth, and everybody knows that he's a fool, man.
Oh,
That's
yo,
it.
real talk. That's a beautiful verse you just quoted, because still to this day, I remember he was out there and it was versus that school. Like, I forget, remember it was Chief Ephraim.
Going hard in the paint.
Yeah, remember he was
It
doing
was at
hard.
all boys school.
Yeah.
And it was Edomites. I think it was at the Capitol.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
capital. That moment, but remember the nigga said, you Edomites, you are some incest babies. And I thought to myself, nigga, what are you talking about? Esau's not a fucking incest baby, you know what I'm saying? He just out there blathering shit.
Yeah.
You just blathering shit to make yourself sound like you just this guru or some shit for the Lord.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
wish
I
I
mean?
spoke about that. Talking
Yeah.
about everybody want to do this for the eyes of men.
Yeah.
To be seen by the eyes of men.
Right.
All right? Nah, that's not what we're here for, man.
Yeah, where the pull-up boys on the ice joints?
Oh, what happened to them?
Yeah, I forgot
You know what
about
I'm saying?
that,
Where
too.
they at, man? Where I thought y'all be pulling up. Where y'all was at when Issachar and them was getting hauled off?
Right.
See? All you other, the Lord is finding you out, man. You know, and all he got to do is make things happen. The Lord is just making things happen, and then you guys are being found out to be exactly what the scriptures say you are. False prophets, man.
That's right.
Ireland.
That's right. Ireland. Yeah. Big time,
Yeah.
brother.
And then, you know, just to going back to incest, the only incest babies in the scriptures is Moab and Ammon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Get your facts straight,
So you got
man.
it wrong, man.
Go ahead, bro.
That was it on that.
You got, give me that Romans.
I got something too.
Oh, you got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
I mean, it's gonna get back to what we was on, what we was at with. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 12. It says, "For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of man snared in an evil time."
Right now, everybody's getting caught up on that trap right now, man.
They don't even see it being
They don't
set.
see it. They don't see it.
They walking right into the spider. He weaved the shit out of a web,
Yeah.
and he just sitting there waiting for your goofy ass to walk right on in it.
Right.
And that's what you about to do.
Yeah.
You about to walk right into the trap Esau is setting.
Yeah.
You gonna be out here celebrating come the 4th. I don't know, it's gonna be many of you niggas blow your hands up.
Yeah, like dude,
You know what I'm
like,
saying? Because just like last year,
Yeah, same thing.
it's gonna be a lot of judgment that's getting ready to happen, man.
Yeah.
And it might be a greater judgment than a nigga just blowing his hand up, man. You might have some of these sleeper cells get activated and show up to your block party and lay everything down.
right, just like that.
All right?
Man.
This is the evil that it's talking about, man.
Right, brother.
All right? It says, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time.
Yeah, the sons of men are all these people on this earth, man.
Right.
Especially here in Babylon the Great. Like the brother said, people don't know y'all walking right into a roach motel right now, man.
Yeah, right,
And don't even know it, man.
Don't even know it.
You're like that little mouse that caught in a sticky glue trap. All right? That's why that's Esau implementing all these laws to take your freedom away, but they could start implementing that so-called their enterprise, new world order, the steps to it. Man.
That's right.
And it starts with the chip.
Yep.
Okay.
Like the tribe, the Latin tribe, they getting the letters in the mail saying, come on down to the court, we're gonna settle your immigration paperwork.
Yeah, and look what
Your
happened.
goofy ass go down there, they throw your case out and lock you up.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because you not knowing the evil time that we living in.
Oh man.
Okay? That's a snare. You ain't got a letter from their ass in years. All of a sudden you get a letter that say, we ready to process you so you can get your asylum, this, that, and the third, and you get all excited, you go down there. You got brothers that have told family members, don't go.
Yup. And they
Don't go. It's a trap. And they say, no, they can't do that. They can't do that. I'm
can't
gonna
do
go. And they ain't seen them since.
they gone.
Okay? We in the time of the snares is being laid, and people and men are being snared in the traps that's being laid.
Right.
All right?
I got a scripture after you.
Yeah, come. It says, it says again, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. It's gonna happen like that, man.
Like that, yeah.
You ain't gonna have time to react. You ain't gonna have time to get on the phone. Hey, no. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be you and whatever type of relationship you have with the Heavenly Father. If you don't have one, you better be good with a gun or good with your hands and fast than a motherfucker. Okay?
Don't be Babylonian taught, you know. Some of these schools, they don't even teach you how to cook or nothing. You know, you just know algebra and shit. You know, some shit that you can't, that don't even profit you.
Exactly. Right.
You know?
Exactly.
This is Isaiah 10:1.
Okay.
It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
Now that's the whole, see, what the brother just read, that's what they doing. So they got all these protests out there committing all this chaos. Guess what? They're gonna implement new laws. Paperwork, that's how Esau deal with paperwork and force. Okay? Right now, laws were being pushed out a couple days ago, man. Yeah. Okay, right underneath your eyes, man. To take more freedom away from you. So-called freedom.
Yeah.
Okay? Because when disaster hits, the son that you didn't know is in the laws, man. You're gonna get locked up without a trial. None of that.
Yeah.
If we suspect you or we read your text. Right now, all your private information is being all out there right now.
Oh yeah.
Signed by Trump to do it so, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Matter of fact, dude, one that passed, if you're not over 38, they got the right to draft you in, draft you into the service, man.
Oh yeah.
You go.
You know, without signing up anything. You know, as long as you ain't got a felony. You know, it's a couple things, but they don't care about if you're the only child or none of that. You know what I'm saying? It used to be, but now they didn't scratch that out.
So there you go.
Yeah, see, and that's gonna be rebellion.
Yeah.
People ain't going to fight. People have given up on this American shit. Even Edomites, they've given up on it. So when they do say, oh, you declare to the people, gonna take that paper and throw it in the trash.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because people don't. When Trump, they was booing this nigga, man. Edomites was booing Trump.
Yeah.
At his parade, man.
Yeah.
On his birthday, he was being booed. His rating is like plummeting as we speak.
Yep.
Okay? The American people don't believe in this man no more.
Right.
So they not finna go fight in his wars that they know that they have no part in being a part of. And this was gonna cause more rebellion, more insurrection. All right?
That's what's gonna be.
And it's gonna be total chaos out here, man.
Yep. That's what's gonna roll. Yep. And they want this to happen too. Yeah. They want that to happen. Yeah. It's gonna usher in their whole new system.
The robots.
Yep, the robots, a lot of things, man. A lot of people don't understand that, man. Yeah. Okay, they think by going out there protesting, do what's right. No, you're doing everything wrong. Because if you are into the Bible, so to say, you go to church, you should know damn well you're not supposed to be doing that, man. Yeah. Okay?
It was using that as an excuse to loot everything, bro.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Niggas don't want to be part of this. Fuck out of here, man.
You know what I'm saying? They was out there twerking, Northern Kingdom out there twerking and shit in the middle of the damn freeway, so they could post it on social media.
Yeah, they're gonna start firing bullets at your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of rubber bullets and tear gas, it's gonna be hot motherfucking bullets.
I'll give you some history, man. In Beijing, China, in the 90s, early 90s, there was a big, huge protest. Guess what the Chinese government did? They sprayed all of them down, man. Gunned them down. You can find it on YouTube.
Communist China.
There you go.
The CCP.
China, yeah.
There you go, bro.
What you think this is becoming?
Oh, it's straight up coming.
That's why the people are doing the No Kings protest. And they're gonna have another protest the weekend of, what is it, the 4th, I believe? They're gonna have another one, man.
Yep.
No kings.
And some supposed to be, I heard a dude breaking down that there's supposed to be a major event happening on the 4th, like some devastation type shit.
I hope so.
Yeah, Lord willing shit.
I hope so, man.
But you know, when they start, when people start saying it on camera, he saw prolong it.
Yeah, prolong it. Nice, you know what I'm saying? How you tell me?
So good. Go ahead.
Isaiah 10 and 1. It says, "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees."
So who's on writing these unrighteous decrees? The wicked. That's why it says, "Woe unto them." Destruction. The Lord sees everything, man. But everything has to play out for the sake of prophecy, man. So he letting this devil do his thing right now, and it's gonna come to a point that he gonna turn his face and let Esau do his thing as the left hand, as the sword. Okay, go ahead.
It says, "And that right grievousness was they have prescribed."
Yeah, all these unjust laws are grievousness, man. All these laws they prescribe is to put down Jake, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, to put us in deeper captivity and lift them up and make them richer, man. That's what the laws and everything is, because remember what, I forgot what he said. He said they will have nothing and they will be happy or something like that.
Yeah, you will own nothing and
you
be
will
happy.
own nothing and be happy. So that's their goal, man.
But who just makes it harder on? The men. The men, this whole society and this way of life and the system breaks down the Israelite man, man. Why? Because these elites are afraid what's going to come from these men, man. The elect.
That's right.
That's who they try to break down. But that's not going to happen. It doesn't matter, man. Because the Lord always reserved an elect. All right. He reserved 7,000, a complete number of men who's not going to bow on bend the knee, man. Okay.
Like they're taking away a lot of the programs, like daycare vouchers and stuff like that. So it's harder to get daycare for your children. Food stamp programs. They try to Section 8. They try to take away all those programs that our people have become dependent on. But we understand that our provisions come from Yahweh and Yahweh, man.
Right. Exactly. And that's what the big beautiful bill is all about. Big beautiful bill is about taking away all the government subsidies.
July 7th.
That's when it passed.
That's going to when that Jake is accustomed and have been what's the word? Depending on.
Yeah, because I was looking up a video about that, and they call it the big beautiful bill because in the eyes of the Edomites, it's powering up their white supremacy. That's what
exactly
it's doing.
All that money that they're using to help the so-called minorities is going to be brought back to them. That's why they call it the big beautiful bill. And the Edomite that's trying to get it to pass, which is going to pass.
Oh, it's going to pass.
That dude Stephen Miller. a known goddamn racist.
Oh, damn.
A known Edomite racist, man.
Yeah. Fuck, it's crazy because I seen another video on it, in the whole, you know, they're revamping or reforming the education system. And a lot of those programs, after school programs, they cutting those things.
Yeah.
Which our people lean on that because our people gotta work.
Yeah.
And they leave their kids. But another thing they reforming in the education system is that like to help kids learn how to read better. Kids with special needs, they saying that giving those kids these programs, it's like not fair to the other kids. So they're cutting the programs.
And free lunches.
And free lunches. Yeah. But hold on real quick. You got Jake, they be like, I was a case of that. I didn't learn how to read. Man, I went to reading classes, man. Yeah. Reading classes all the way up to I got like to 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? But those type of programs helps us because growing up in our households, it's fucking it's raw. You know what I'm saying? It's raw. You ain't got them parents there, honey, let's go read these books and right now. We ain't got none of that.
Because Jake too busy fucking working 9 to 5s, man.
Yeah.
Too busy hustling and ain't got the time for all that shit. While Esau got the money, when he's spending time and he got the money to take them to this class, this school, this prestige college and all that shit, man. Yeah. You know, Jake too fucking busy worrying about how they gonna pay this bill and pay this bill.
Yeah. You know what I say? A lot of them daycares, man, they fit the fucking women schedule, man. You know, where if a man gotta get something, your hours ain't gonna be lining up with that daycare shit, man. Yeah, so a lot of the women gonna really feel that pressure when you ain't gonna be able to put your child in the fucking daycare.
That's why, man. That's why this devil ain't finna continue with this shit. Right. This shit is over. Right. You think you finna put us back in some damn slavery thumb on us and you just go back up after all the shit you done did? Yeah. Hell no, man. Y'all watching our shot is gonna finito this dude, man. And America ain't gonna be great again, man.
It never was great for us.
As part of that big, beautiful bill, is going to attack the women of our nation, man. Yeah. All right. In order to keep those benefits, you have to be married. Yeah. He's trying to bring that so-called Christian state
and that child support. Yeah. Child support is important. You ain't gonna be able to collect child support if you weren't married or living with that man. That you had the baby with. See, Trump is declaring you all hoes.
That's what he's doing.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is that he's declaring you a hoe, but remember, they was the one that made you a hoe.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if it was real. Y'all remember when they was talking about if you were paying child support, the women wouldn't be able to claim the child on the taxes and shit?
Yeah. Like if they not set, I think it's 7 years old and under, you could claim them, but they over
anything above that, you
can't claim them no more as a dependent.
All right. Let's go to Romans 13.
Yep. Romans 13 and 11. It says, in that knowing the time, that now is a high time to awake out of sleep.
So right now we're at the highest point of what? The age of information, man. Everybody got Google. Everybody has a phone. All types of information coming out about this truth and this word. And social and current events. All right, that's linking up with this word. So right now we're at the highest peak of what? Information. Right now to know this truth, man. No, there ain't no fucking excuses, man. None of that, man. You see your world is starting to fall out from your fingers, man. It's not working out for you. Why? Because it was never here to work out for you, man. Coming back to the Father is supposed to be the answer, man.
Exactly.
All right. So right now is a high time to wake out of what? Sleep in your mind. You gotta wake up mental first, man. Right. Rise up mentally, man.
Right.
Okay? Because once you rise up mentally to the Father, man, everything's gonna fall in place. Right. That's if he's dealing with you, man. Right. Okay?
Right. People too caught up in the American dream.
Yeah.
You gotta be asleep to be dreaming, man.
Right. Isaiah 30, they trust in Egypt, man. Right. Okay, go ahead.
It says, and that knowing the time, that now is a high time to awake out of sleep.
That's right.
For now is our salvation nearer.
And now is our salvation nearer. How do we know? Because we're redeeming the times. Right. Yahushua spoke about that in Matthew the 24th chapter. Okay, we're gonna get that next. He's telling you, he's warning our people, hey, this is what's gonna roll before I come.
Right.
Okay, I'm giving you step by step what's gonna happen. Even if you go to Thessalonians, I think the second chapter, when it said there should be a falling away.
Oh, yeah,
It tell you
right.
step by step what's going to roll, man. Okay? Who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ warned you what's happening right now.
Right.
Okay? But people tend to ignore. We don't care.
Yeah.
All right? We can hear for the elect.
Right.
That's what we here for.
Or forbid.
Yeah, by the hair or forbid.
If I may add, because the brother just made mention about the American dream, right? You have something called a rude awakening.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
If you're in that deep sleep, you going off of that Babylonian juice, and somebody just come in and clapping pans and making all type of noise, you don't know where you at. And you gotta get your senses, you gotta get yourself together. You hung over.
Right.
So a lot of people gonna get into that rude awakening when you see the tanks coming down the street. Right. Somebody end up getting killed, and the government ain't playing around with you at that point.
Wow.
It's a rude awakening, man.
That's why I say knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of their times. Because with knowledge and wisdom, you gotta be awake.
Right.
You gotta be woke. And then the people that sleep, you know what I'm saying? Like the brother said, you sleep, you wake up, and you kind of,
You know, ask, where's the strawberries? You ain't there. You don't know what the hell going on.
yeah.
In order to be stable and have that knowledge, it starts with the names of the Heavenly Father and Son. First and foremost, that's most important, man. The name of the Father is Yahweh, who you ignorantly call God. So God's going to help us. What God are you talking about?
Right.
What, the God of this world?
Right.
Or the God of the Bible?
Right.
Okay? There's a difference, man. So when people pray to God regularly, they're praying to the God of this world. You have to understand. Just think about it, man. People that go into church, all that praying, they're praying to the God of this world.
Right.
Right. They're not praying. They're not praying to the God of the Israelites.
Right.
Okay. That's the difference, man.
I get scripture.
Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost.
Here you go. This truth, this word is not for everybody, man. It's only for the elect.
Right.
That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect, man. Okay? That's what it's about, man. The Lord doesn't want everybody to get it, man. You think he wanted everybody to get it during the times of Noah?
Right.
Then he want everybody to get it during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. He even tested Lot. Yo, if there's 50 people, will you
Right.
similar to what happened in that cartoon Terminator, when the AI was asking the dude was asking the AI, will you give us some chance if there was like certain people, and the AI like this, nah. No, it's gonna be judgment whatsoever. It's gonna be just like that. You seen it?
He was sitting in that room and the AI was a woman.
Yeah. He got that from the Bible,
Yeah,
man.
they got that directly from that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that was on Netflix. Yeah.
So the people celebrate and worship the God of Israel. That's who they pray to. They pray to the so-called white man, Esau, Edom.
That's right.
All these churches is under white supremacy, man.
Yeah, so
Okay? That's why people don't want to let it go. But that's the Lord first and foremost, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, in whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not.
Who's the God of this world? Esau, Edom. He blinded his mind. How did he use? He used the Bible, man. Christianity.
Yeah.
That's what he used. And you got the other religions out there. Comes from the mother of all churches, the Roman Catholic Church. Okay? The God of this world blinded blinded many here, man. Okay?
Yeah, he said he shall send them strong delusions.
Yeah.
They should believe a lie.
They really believe that the so-called white man wrote this book.
Right. Yeah, man. Like he the people of the book, and he did everything for this. That's recorded in his book. It's all his work.
Right.
Yeah. Hell no.
Yeah, that's what a nigga would say, because you know where they heard it from? They got it from hearsay. They didn't look it up. They got it from hearsay. That when you like, oh, the white man wrote that book, you don't know anything about history. I said, okay, man, have a good day, bro.
We ain't got time for that.
I know time.
Just go ahead. That show you that they look Esau as their God, man. They believe Esau is God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're gonna take his RFID micro seed.
They will.
And that's what you're gonna seal the deal as him being your God at that point. And that's why the Lord is gonna have to kill you.
Yeah, because what the Lord say, go and call on the gods you have chose for yourself.
Yep.
Right.
So if you chose Esau, then that's who the dude that the Lord, that you basically saying gonna defend you.
Right.
So the Lord gonna come and whoop Esau ass and whoop your ass right along with Esau.
Right along with him.
You're gonna get exactly what Esau get.
Yep.
Yeah, no hand in hand join with the wicked should not go unpunished.
There you go. And there's another one, a hand in hand, they both shall be thrust through, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that's what's gonna roll, man.
The Lord said, the scriptures say, except the Lord come quickly, there shall no flesh be saved.
Yeah, there you go.
Because these people, they will want to kill us all so that they can continue to save their life and prosper in this world. You know, we know that reincarnation is scriptural. So we come back as a 2/3, nigga who got, who took the chip on this side. You know, you come back with a chip in your head and shit.
Yeah, they show you that no different sci-fi movies they create.
Yeah.
Where they totally got total control over giving birth, who gives birth. Like the movie What About Monday?
Yeah.
You had that movie The Giver. You got those movies Divergent. You know, those type of movies, Esau has control over society to where as soon as the baby's born, they sticking them.
Yeah. Right.
And they blocking the pineal gland to where the only thing they know is a system that they put them in, that hamster wheel that they put them in.
Yeah.
Okay, until that one specific individual, he breaks the cycle in the movie. You know, that's what Esau. That's what his plan, like the Matrix.
Yeah.
You know, that's his plan. His plan is to have total control over creation, total control over who can give birth, who can be born, when they born. We give you a specific duty when you're born.
Right.
The movie Elysium. All right. These are the movies that he makes to show you his plans for you. The movie Oblivion.
Yeah, too.
All right. All kind of movies he done put out there to show you his plans for the future, man.
What was that movie with Christian Bale and they was walking, but he was like the one who he broke from that
Equilibrium.
No, that's not.
You talking
I remember one with Christian Bale.
is it it was a remake, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not too sure about
Is it
whether it was a
Christian
remake.
Yeah.
Oh, he said it.
Which one?
Equilibrium?
Was it Equilibrium?
Was it Equilibrium?
Yeah,
It was supposed to be like the New World Order during the time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And they was in the cars and shit that hovered.
No,
that was a different one.
Alright.
With the same dude, I think.
Shit, I can't think.
I forgot, bro.
But it's so many of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
There's so many of them, man.
Art imitates life.
Yeah.
The ones who break out, that represents the elect.
The elect. That's right, brother.
Yeah.
Wait, read that again. That was it on that, right?
No.
Yeah, read that again.
2 Corinthians 4:4. It says, "In whom the God of this world has blinded the minds of them."
Yeah, the God of this world, the so-called white man, blinded the fools over here on this earth, man. Okay? With their whole system, man. All right, go ahead. And guess what? Guess who gave him that power? Yahweh Basham Yahshua gave him that power. Okay? You could find that in Daniel, the 4th chapter, verse 17.
Yeah.
The base man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, "The God of this world has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shah."
And guess what? There's a lot of unbelievers here in Babylon the Great. And throughout the 4 corners of the earth, there's a lot of unbelievers, man. That's why the elect is a small remnant, man. Because those are the ones that believe. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, "Who is the image of Yahweh should shine onto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Yahweh Shah, the Lord."
What's the image of Yahweh Basham Shah? These law, statutes, and commandments. And you gotta have faith, man. Because we can't follow the laws and commandments 100%. Hell no, we can't.
Right.
Some brothers gotta go to work during the Shabbat.
Yeah, man.
All right? Or is your woman that I saw her menstrual? Is she in another house?
Yeah, right.
No. We don't have any power here, man.
Yeah, even
in
the
America,
clothing
man.
that you have on,
Yeah.
it's not all one fabric.
Exactly.
And that's why Yahweh Shah represents the grace.
That's right.
Right? And that's what all the other Israelite groups leave out, man.
Right.
They have pushed that law on you heavy, and they won't push Yahweh Shai on you.
Yeah, man.
Okay? Yahweh Shai, he the one that said, man, in me ye shall have rest.
That's right.
He didn't say in the law. He said, in me you shall have rest, man.
That's right.
Matter of fact, if you keeping the law 100, 100, hey, you supposed to be putting the homosexuals to death, man.
Yeah,
Right.
well, come on. What about doing them portions? You know what I'm saying?
There you go, man. Galatians, I think, believe the 3rd chapter said the law ain't gonna save you, man. I believe that's what it is. What it's saying.
Yeah, Galatians,
Let's go back.
Romans,
Yeah.
all type
Yeah.
of scriptures.
Let's go back to Romans. You got something?
I had that Daniel's that you just quoted.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
4:17. Yeah. This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17.
Yeah, so what people that's on YouTube right now, you have to understand we have no power here in Babylon the Great. Man. The only power we have is this word, man. That's what we have, is this word, man. That brings a lot of power, man. When you use it right.
Yeah,
You gotta be handy with the steel.
Yeah, like real quick.
Earn your key. Handy in the middle.
Like, hey, I know where that came from, right? Young gun. Yeah, you know.
Nah, I don't know. I've heard it before though.
Yeah, young
I know I seen it on a movie.
Yeah, it's Young Gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Young Gun.
But remember that group, the Israelite group, BOW. The dude sat there in front of the whole congregation and told the congregation that he followed the Sabbath to the T, and he called his boss and tell his boss it's the Sabbath ain't coming in today, and boom, you know, basically like that. And I'm thinking to myself, you a fucking lying ass piece of shit. It's either you lying or you didn't jump from job to job to job to job, because there ain't no way in hell no boss gonna be gonna accept that you said it's the Sabbath. They gonna fire you, man.
Right. Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, Yahweh Shai spoke about dudes like that. He called them the wicked scribe and Pharisees.
Yep.
They placed burdens on men.
Yeah.
Let me get that real quick.
That they themselves won't.
That they themselves won't even
lift.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Sabbath changes. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be calling out Tuesday, and then you got, I gotta take this Friday off. Now I gotta
You can't call off. Period. When it comes to if you working for Esau,
Right.
you could call off every now and then, and that shit better be rare.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Right.
Gonna write your ass up.
Hell yeah.
I could get this one.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm reading through it, see if I can get
This
it.
brother got something too. He's telling me.
You got something?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead.
Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers,
Yeah.
and the demand by the word of the holy ones,
That's right.
to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of
Yeah,
men."
the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men, man.
Right.
He's the father of all spirits, man. Okay, he controls who's gonna get power and who's not gonna give it to, man. You gotta understand, if you look at Daniel's vision, Nebuchadnezzar's vision, his dream, and Daniel broke it down. Who ruled first? The dark nations, man. And who are the last to rule? Esau, Edom. All right, from the Greeks down to the Romans, down to the New Rome, Americas, man, down to the coals, the iron and clay. After that image is destroyed, who's gonna rule again? Israel, man. But you have to know history with this scripture. So why does he say, we'll read that part?
It says, "To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will,
That's right.
and setteth up over it the basis of
The
men."
basis of men. Who the basis of men?
The
Esau,
lowest of
Edom.
men. Yeah.
All right. But guess what? Prophecy need to be fulfilled according to the Esau's blessing. You gotta know history, man. It's really important, man. Genesis the 27th chapter, verse 38. The blessings. What was the blessing of Esau? Right there. So boom. All right. And what Daniel broke down, he broke down what's gonna go on, man.
Hey, that answered TV from question. Who gonna implement it? Esau, nigga.
Esau, man.
He was given the power.
He was
to
given
do
the
so.
power, man.
The
You know what I'm
beast.
saying? You think Esau give a fuck about what Iran talking about? Esau gonna do what the Most High tell him to do, man. And they all working together anyway.
They all working together.
When you know the grand scheme of the thing,
Yeah, it tell you that in Psalms 83. They consult together.
That's right.
with one purpose is to put us down, to put us back in slavery.
Right.
Climb out the box for a minute, nigga.
It's like saying who's gonna push the button or something. You know?
Right.
The button gonna get pushed. You know?
Yeah. Don't make no sense, man.
That's why I don't subscribe to that document.
That's why you an idiot, man. That's what's gonna roll, man. All right. You're gonna be the one that's gonna be on weeping and gnashing of teeth, man.
Right.
Okay, because you're not going what the scriptures say. The answers is right there in front of your face, man. Those are guys who try to impress, like the brother said, a pussy call, bro. Yeah. Come on, man.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. You got that?
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10.
Here you go.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Arise ye, talk about spiritually, mentally. Wake up out of the bullshit, man. This place is not your rest, man. As you can see, the results, man. All right? A lot of people are losing it, man. Okay? You got women out there. I'm 40 years old. I got nothing to show. Yeah, of course, because you're a dumbass hoe.
Right.
All right? You know, social media will destroy people, man.
40 and single.
40 and single.
Why ain't booed up? I'm 40 and fine. Well, your mind ain't right.
She was booing too, like
It's many of them women. Right.
There's
many of them.
Yep.
You know what?
Pumping their own gas, recording themselves, wondering
Why they
where they
always
been
in the
at.
car doing it?
Yeah,
Because when you driving, you reflect. That's the time of reflection. You know what I'm saying? You ain't see, it ain't early in the morning. No, you driving. You probably coming from taking your child to his father. You see he happy now. You gotta reflect. You riding home reflecting like, damn, I fucked up. Why I ain't got no man? This, that, and the third. Because you were fooled by the system.
But look, but now she crying. But before 40, you was just turning down dudes, curving dudes,
you was
acting like you the shit,
And fucking and fucking.
you know what I'm saying? I'm independent. I bet she had that talk. I'm independent. I don't need no man. But now, them years passing you by, and you starting to reflect on your whole life and think about like, damn, you got friends that got men, and your ass happy, and they got a house together, they got children, and here it is. They telling you, yeah, girl, I can't come out, I can't go out this because I'm doing this with husband, and she like, oh shit, she asking all her friends, and they all saying, yeah, I'm going out with hubby.
Every woman,
and your ass ain't got nobody to go out with.
Yeah, every woman would rather be with a man than be out with a bunch of hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They lead a man just because they man, get some more box on the side.
Yeah, and that's that spiritual fruit that Eve took on, man. That Esau put out there, man. All right, because
hey, now they ain't giving a damn about that. He coming home, I don't care. They ain't giving a damn about that no more.
Yeah.
Because then now, let him go do what he do. I know he coming home eventually.
You
know
can
what I'm
the street with
Yeah, but that's being a weaker vessel. They took into that system.
Yes.
And look what happened.
The system is saying, bye, bitch.
Yeah.
Pushing you back out there.
That's what's rolling right now.
106,000 black women lost their jobs going back last month in counting. They ain't did a recount yet.
Right.
In counting.
Yep.
You know, all them federal jobs and jobs, the black woman held up in there with Esau. You see, they the ones debating or protesting against the big beautiful bill. You don't see Jake, the black man, tripping on that. It's the black woman they putting on the news saying we can't. This is going to take away food stamps. The black man ain't getting food stamps. He ain't getting all. He ain't never got it.
Right.
Even when he needed it, he was denied.
Bro, that's real.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It's the black woman that's advocating. That's advocating for these things not to happen, because now they're gonna be forced to deal with real reality.
That's right.
Okay? You gonna see you ain't independent, baby. All right? You gonna see that.
Yeah.
You've been dependent on the system. You have not been independent.
Right.
Whether you've been working for the system or getting aid from the system.
Right.
That's your dependency. Okay?
Yeah.
And you confuse being dependent on the system with not having an Israelite man by your side, man. You confuse that with being independent.
Yeah.
You've been duped. Okay?
Yeah, the brother made a beautiful point. You don't see men on there crying and, well, shit, they about to cut my Section 8, they about to cut my stamps.
Right.
Because the men out there working.
Right.
They getting cash money. And it don't matter if it's under the table, they still getting money.
Doing what they gotta do.
Yeah.
Paying for it, even if they got a room, they renting out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that's all they can get, Jake could do that. Jake could, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shit,
You
we
know
ain't
what
got
I'm
no
saying?
choice. Shit.
Yeah, that's
Part
right,
of
brother.
that big beautiful bill is the Medicaid cuts, man.
That too.
You know? So that includes you know, all those benefits, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and all the little, you know, they don't. Our people don't know nothing about natural herbs or nothing of this sort. So,
Nothing, bro.
you know, you taking your kid in there just because his nose started running. You know what I'm saying? That all of that's gonna be stopped.
Yeah.
Bro, so you know what they told me to give my baby, bro? Tylenol.
Yeah.
Because I got them I got them circumcision on the 8th day. They said, yeah, what you could do is give them a little Tylenol.
They don't know what the fuck they talking about.
They told me
they just say shit because they think we don't know nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? When you go in there, they treat you like you don't know nothing.
Like you don't know nothing.
Like last year when I was in the hospital them 2 days, I was listening to the nurse tell Issachar that she got to cut off this, and you're gonna have to get this cut, and he's just saying, okay. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, man, I pray, like, please get me up out of here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Cause that's an experimental house for them to do shit to you, Jake.
Yeah.
You go in there thinking that they're helping you. They're not there to help you, man. They there to destroy you, to get you hooked on some type of pill before you leave, and then keep prescribing you that's slowly killing you. Okay? They try to put me on some goddamn blood thinners, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
this garlic.
I said, man, just give me some cayenne pepper and warm water, man.
There you go. There you go.
And the nurse looked at me like, what? I said, give me warm water and cayenne pepper. She's like, no, but your doctor said you need blood thinners. I was like, why? Why do I need blood thinners? Is my blood clotting?
Right.
He's like, no, that's not in your chart. I'm like, then why are you trying to give me this?
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't have no damn answer. He just said, it's just in your chart. I was like, man, I'm not taking that, man.
Yeah, man.
One of the main ingredients in blood thinner drugs is allicin, man.
Which come from garlic.
Garlic.
From garlic, yep. Allison seeds,
It's
yep.
crazy, bro.
It's crazy, man. But I had looked up something because we were talking about the women and shit. You know, because everything we said is gonna affect women. And then you women, y'all been using y'all beauty, as you can see on IG,
Beauty and body.
But you know that song by the Temptations, beauty is only skin deep.
Oh, yeah.
I defined it. It says beauty is only skin deep. It says it's an idiom that means outward physical appearance is not as important as a person's character or inner qualities. Yeah. Beauty is vain.
Yeah.
Beauty is vain, and that's you bitches use your beauty, your body, your box, and you destroyed yourself.
Yeah.
And now everything that you, your foundation that you put yourself on, Heavenly Father is breaking it all up. Breaking it all up using this government, and you're gonna feel that, you're gonna understand that beauty is only skin deep, bitch.
And that's why men ain't taking you serious no more.
Right.
Jake then woke up to the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why men only want you for that one thing.
Yeah.
You know, have some fun with you for a little bit, then all right, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
Because you don't possess the qualities of what a man truly needs. You don't even know. You don't even know what it is a man needs, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
You'll be fun for the night, the next weekend, you know, come spend the night a couple times, and that's it.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't possess qualities of a real woman, but you gotta blame your master, Esau.
Yeah.
Because if this was a righteous society, women wouldn't be parading around the way they are, man. You'll get shamed.
Right.
But instead of being shamed for exploiting your body and putting off that whole behavior, you're actually praised for it.
Right.
Okay? And now it's coming to bite y'all in that fat ass of yours, man.
That stanky
right.
ass.
Yeah, that fat stanky behind.
Hey, when the brother put out the numbers of the job loss of these women, it's easy to decipher that because number one, they're replacing the jobs with AI, man.
Yep.
It's going to continue to go up, which is going to set up for what? The universal basic income. Now, what's that dude name?
RFJK?
Huh?
Which one? Well, keep going now.
What's his name? The one I was fighting with Trump, man, arguing with.
Elon?
Elon Musk. He kept saying it, but he kept saying a high universal basic income.
Yeah.
I say, why he keeps, I already knew why he was saying that, because it's gonna lead to the what? To the shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so all these job losses is set up for what? Universal basic income. So guess what? Esau gonna control how much you worth. And guess how they're gonna go by it?
Social status.
Social status.
Yeah.
Wasn't that in movies, man?
Yeah.
That's
Black
in time.
There you go, man.
In time.
In time with Justin Timberlake.
There you go. So that's what's gonna roll, man. That's part of it, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, he just said that you can't work 40 hours a week anymore.
Yep.
Trump.
So they
How
can
you
cut
gonna
benefits.
survive? You can't survive anywhere in Babylon without getting 40 hours a week to pay your rent, pay your bills, man. Especially in California, New York, Chicago.
Yeah, you need.
All right, Miami, all these major cities. You can't survive on less than 40 hours a week.
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
people
what-
working overtime and barely surviving.
Yeah, really, it's impossible.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, crime is gonna continue to skyrocket.
Yep.
See, they want this type of chaos so that they can bring in the force.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what they're doing. And guess what? It's working to perfection from the hand of the Lord, man. Okay? Let's go back to that Romans real quick. Then we go to Matthew, the 24th chapter. Start at the 3rd verse.
This is Romans 13.
11.
11.
And we go with the 2nd Ezra, man. 9th chapter and 15 and 16.
Romans 13 and 11. And that, knowing the time, that now is a high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer
Our
than when we
salvation
believe.
is nearer than what believe. Look what's happening. Okay? We already at World War III. There's gonna be a full-on nuclear war real soon.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
right there by
That's
with
all
the
they
chip.
talking about.
Yep. We're right there with the mark of the beast, the RFID. You're not gonna get canceled on YouTube, bro.
Shit. You know, now you.
Yeah. Mark of the beast, the RFID DC hipper.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say it like that.
You gotta
Alright?
code everything.
We right there, man. So we know what time it is, man. Yahweh Shai is returning quickly, man. He said, "Behold, I cometh quickly." Okay, go ahead.
Yep. It says, the night is far spent, the day is at hand.
That's right.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Now cast off that worldly bullshit, man. Right now is that high time, man. Get on it, man. Because what the scriptures say, he shall have liberty and go to the open place of repentance. What's the open place of repentance? The brothers that's teaching this word. Okay? So right now is a high time to get this word, man. Okay? Not only this word, but with your life, man. How you move.
Yeah, man.
How your children move, man. How you guide them.
Right.
How you be responsible. Discipline. We ain't no time for games right now, man. You better take a look around you, man. Shit ain't funny, man. You see people losing their jobs and shit. What are you gonna do, man?
Right.
Get your shit together, man.
Or not.
You know what's gonna happen or not, you're gonna get fucked up out here, man.
Right, bro.
So once you fucked up out here, guess what happened? All the bridges been burned, man. Because what? No discipline. Come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yep. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the whole armor of light.
What's the whole armor of life? This word, this truth, man.
Right.
Okay, that's our defense. But I think it's coming from. I don't know where it's coming
Yeah,
from.
like a little, like a wetness.
Yeah, it's been
yeah.
falling on me too.
I'm keep thinking it's bird shit. No, I got
Brother
shit
got
on last
You gotta
last time.
This truth is like a defense mechanism, man. A defense weapon against what? From the wiles of the devil, man.
Yeah.
All right. This truth will keep us stable like palm trees, man. You ever seen palm trees get broken off by strong winds? Why? Because it's stable. It's deep rooted, man. So you gotta be deep rooted in this word, man. Okay. Once you deep rooted in this word, nothing can come against you, man. You may get tested, but you gotta know in the scriptures, okay, this is happening. I'm going through this for a reason. You have to know the answer. You fast, you pray. You study. You hustle. All right? Keep your body healthy. Take care of your container. How Bob Lazar said, man. He got that from the scriptures, man.
Oh, well, he be dealing with the chariots.
Yeah. Chariots said, they were saying you got to take care of your container. Talk about your body, man. Okay? You got to be responsible once you're in this word, man. It's going to be perfect? No. It's going to be hard times, man, but those hard times going to make you grow and make your character stronger. Yeah. Okay? Because every brother went through shit, bro.
Still going through
Still going through it, man. Yeah. Okay, so put off that weak nature and that worldly bullshit. Get into this word, man. Because time is short. That's why it's a high time. It's important, man.
Can I get a quick one?
Go ahead, brother.
This is Baruch 4 and 2. It says, "Turn you, O Jacob, and take hold of it."
And who's Jacob? The people on this side, man. You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians. Read that part again, bro.
"Turn you, O Jacob, and take hold of it."
Turn to who? The Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
It says, "Walk in the presence of the light thereof."
Walk in the presence of the light of this word, man. Not no other bullshit from this world, man. Because what this world gives you, nothing but death, man. Yeah. And disappointment. Yeah. You might be one of them niggas that's chasing after his woman sucked 5 or 7 dicks on you. While you over there working, trying to pay the rent, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You could be easily left off like that, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says that thou mayest be illuminated. And I looked up, based off what you were saying, right, that word clarity, right, which goes into the quality of being coherent and intelligible, right? And then you got the etymology of the word clarity, which means brightness, radiance, glory, and splendor. Okay?
And that's what the scriptures say, wisdom maketh a man face to shine. All right?
Yeah.
And that's what even though you catching hell, the Lord has an aura about you.
Right.
Right? An aura that these people, they see it. Trust and believe that.
They do.
You got you just talking about the women, like you got something called PNC, post nut clarity. You know? That obviously don't be hitting some Jake, man. You know? You wake up, after you get your rocks off, you be like, man, this woman, some Jake, you shouldn't even be laying down with this bitch.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
But you smart to come to your senses. Come to your senses.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So Jake don't have that. You know, they don't have the clarity, you know, to be able to walk, you know, like you saying, eating properly, you know, how to live properly, what to do, what to say, you know. They don't have that when things get real, right? Shit hit the fan, right? Some Jake won't want to go out there and, you know, riot, you know. They're going to want to go do ungodly activities, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And even these military men.
Man.
Like I'll be watching this dude, I forget his last name, light-skinned Jake Nick. He's a former Ranger. And he say, when you got guys like him that want war in the streets because they crave it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that ain't the spirit to be in. The Lord will have a regular Joe blow off your top.
Yeah, just like that.
And you done been to war and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the type of time we in right now. To where you got a lot of these war vets, they fiending to get back to war.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know it's
that's what they only know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Nah, you remember? I know you seen that Punisher series.
No,
remember, dude. That's what he was like. Remember, he blew himself up. He was like he was a war vet. He was just brutal. But basically, he just wanted to be at war and shit. That's all he knew. So
that's when they feel alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know how to turn it off, man.
Yeah, hey, grab that brother paper.
Yeah, because a lot of these military men, not all of them, all right, a lot of them don't know how to live life as a civilian,
right? Yeah,
because that's all they know,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to transfer into society. Right. You know, there's some that's been successful that I know personally at the job, and you know, you got brothers that used to be in the military, and they cleanse with this word.
Yeah, that's sanctified with the word.
Sanctified with the word, man. Okay. So yeah, man, that's the results when you trust in the Pharaoh, man.
Right,
When
right.
you trust in this place, man.
Yeah.
Like the brother said earlier, and you know, a lot of people trust in the God of this world, man. And look where it leads them, man.
Right.
Right back in their hands to will, and until they die.
Yeah,
Right. And they have another person jump right back on that wheel.
Yeah. Keep
That's
the
how
bill
that's how
going.
the society keep going, man.
Yeah.
But guess what? The Lord's putting an end to that, man. How he's doing that? Through these birth pains, man. All right. Esau really think it's his plan to have his new world order. No, it's not. It's the Lord, man. Because the Lord's going to make him suffer, man.
Right.
That's what's going to roll, man. You can read that in Job, the 20th chapter. Okay? He going to be disappointed, man. All right?
Really ain't no such thing as your own plan. Because the Lord gave it to you.
That's right.
He didn't steal what you gonna do for the next day.
Yep. He sealed that instruction in his dream.
Yeah.
Right, bro?
Yeah. This is going back to Romans 13 and 13. Romans 13 and 13. It says, "Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness."
In other words, don't be a nigger, man. No, enough of the niggerism. How they call it, niggerism. All right, man. You in this word, in this truth. Okay. You gotta be like that chisel, man. Let the Lord be that chisel, and He mold you the way He wants to mold you, man. Okay. Right.
It says, "Not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and in envying, but put ye on the Lord, Yahushua, and make not provisions for the flesh."
Oh yeah, don't make any provisions to the flesh, man. There's gonna be times it's gonna be hard, man. You're gonna be doing some fleshy bullshit. But you gotta check yourself, man.
Heck yeah.
Check yourself hard in the same time, man. Because if you don't see that, you in trouble.
Right.
And as you can see, many guys was not with us because they gave into the flesh, man. They think it was okay to hide behind the background and do bullshit, but the light is gonna come to you, man. Exactly. It can come to any sources, man, just like that. And who you gonna blame? You gotta blame yourself, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Exactly.
But Yahushua spoke of the end time was gonna come. I'm gonna get back to the subject, man.
Yeah.
All right, because we're at the time of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, and the 16th chapter. We're there. We're there right now. Esau really think he's controlling. No, it's all through prophecy, man. This has to happen. All right. So people gonna ask questions. So what we gonna do? What about my children? Well, trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
It's
Okay?
that simple.
That's it.
It's that simple.
But it's a problem to a worldly bastard, man. Okay? Why? Because they trust in this place. So we're here to tell you to remove yourself from this place, man. Mentally. We didn't tell you physically go to another country, go to Thailand and shit. Yeah, you may be living a little better, but you're still not gonna escape the hell, man. Okay? All right? It starts with this word, man. All right? And guess what? You breaking the cycle of your family just by getting to this word, man. All right, you're the true anchor of that family. If you think about it, each family generation had an anchor, man. Okay? That anchor is always considered the black sheep.
Black sheep.
All the time. All right, so think about that, man. Okay?
It's like somebody he has a field of maybe tomatoes or something. He threw some, and then he didn't see nothing. But then it was that one he seen that grew. That's like a man in the truth, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And start growing and taking root. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing it grow. But the other ones before then, they didn't grow. The birds might have came and ate them. Like the scriptures say, some fell in stony places.
Right.
They didn't have no root and the sun scorched them.
There you go, man.
Yep.
All right, let's get to Matthew.
I got Matthew.
Yeah.
I want to get something real quick.
Well, you got something?
Just to,
Can't see from the glare.
yeah. I'm trying to find it. I know it's in Hebrews 11.
So if you are that anchor, it's your sole responsibility to stay at that anchor, man. Okay? I don't give a fuck how hard it is, man. None of us have it easy here, man. None of us. But don't use that. Don't use that as a crutch. All right, as an excuse, because the Lord talked about excuses, man. Okay. All right.
Have any trusted in thee and have been forsaken?
Well, that's
Say it again, man.
That's Ecclesiastes 2.
Oh, Ecclesiastic. Ecclesiasticus.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes.
Sirach.
Yeah.
What verse is it?
Or 2 and 10.
Yeah, 2 and 10.
Because our trust and our hope is within Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Plain and simple, man. No matter how hard it is, man, because your prayers will be answered to a brother or to anything. Yahushua, the Father of Spirits, things happen, man.
Yeah, the Lord can use anything.
Okay? There was one time, I'm gonna tell you one time, man, when my benefits wasn't coming in because I had surgery on my knee.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what the fuck? They kept messing it up. All of a sudden I had a check from, I don't know who it is, some bank.
Yeah.
For about like almost $800, man.
Oh yeah.
Boom. I say that was the Lord, man. I said, I don't know who the fuck this is.
Oh,
But I cashed that shit. Hell yeah, man. And it covered a lot of bills and my son's braces, man.
Right.
There you go.
I got it right here.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, I'm gonna start at 9, Sirach 9, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. 2 and 9, it says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good.
See, that's the whole point. Fear the Lord, man. That's the first order of discipline is fear the Lord.
Yeah.
People forget that. People skip that.
Yeah, Christians say, do you love the Lord?
Yeah. They don't fear him.
Yeah. No, I fear the Lord.
That's right.
Right? Because fear is greater than love.
That's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy.
That's right.
Look at the generations of old and see.
Who the generations old is in the scriptures, man.
That's right.
They give you plenty of examples what the men of the Lord was going through, man.
Right.
And he never forsake them, man. So he's telling, look at the past, man.
Right.
Look at the history.
That's right. The things that are written aforetime were written for our learning.
Yeah. Right.
Right?
Like Hebrews 11, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Paul goes into it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I was there. I was like, damn, I know that's in Hebrew, but here we go. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? It ain't not one that trusted wholeheartedly in the Lord and was confounded. All right? Not one, man. All right? It says, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? You can't find them in the scriptures because it never happened. All right? All the men of the Lord who abode in the fear of the Lord and looked death in the face in the fear of the Lord never forsook them, man. Even the sons, the 7 sons of the Maccabees, when you read in the book of Maccabees, even though they were put to death, they weren't forsaken. Because you could, when you read the history, the story, they spoke like they knew the Lord was with them still. Even though they was getting tormented at the time, even the mother. They knew the Lord was with them, so they weren't forsaken, even though they had to be put to death. All right.
Remember, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
That's right. The blood of the saints. Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, so as soon as they got up to the heavens, they was a round of applause and all them brethren. You know what I'm saying? Back to back coming up there.
Yeah.
Because they did it in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Yeah, still to this day that story is being spoke about. What these men did.
I can't wait to see John make a new I want to see the battle with the Maccabees brothers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
That Moses one was fire.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's all I was like, damn, look at them keep, they keep making these things.
Yeah. They charge you up.
Charge you up and give you like insight, because you ain't looking at these, the animation and looking at Edomite skin. You're looking at Jake's skins and Jake features, and you man, that's how it really looked when we were back then.
That's right.
Yeah.
If I may add to back up your point, what you were saying about the 7 sons, right? Hebrews 11, it's saying that they was doing that for they didn't receive the promise.
Yeah, they didn't even receive the promises.
Right. where we are in those times right now, where those promises are being made prevalent, before our eyes.
They said they seeing it afar off. That's how they seen it.
That's right. That's right. You got something?
Yeah. This is Hebrews chapter 11, and I start at verse 35. It says, women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. Woo!
Damn.
That was speaking about the Maccabee bros.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Hey, a better resurrection, meaning the next time they come up, they spring back up, through reincarnation, they gonna get what it is the Lord promised.
Yep, that first dominion.
Yeah, that first dominion. The Most High is not a man that he should lie either.
That's right.
Neither the Son of Man that he should repent.
That's right.
Everything that the Lord spoke has came to pass all the way up to the Son.
That's right.
And there's things that come in the near future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the kingdoms he said that will come and go. It's on Esau's records that's what happened. Everything in this portion of kingdom, the next kingdom to rise is gonna happen too, which is Yahweh Shai's kingdom.
That's right. Hell yeah, brother. You got some more?
Yes, some more.
Go ahead.
This verse,
Hell yeah.
verse 36, it says, and others had a trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth.
Hey, the house of David started out running on the run in the caves. You know what I'm saying? David and his homies in the caves running.
Even in the time of King Ahab, where the prophets were being hidden.
Yeah, by Obadiah.
By Obadiah, man. There you go. Hey, man.
In the cave.
Look what happened to Jeremiah. He got struck. He got put in the pit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A muddy ass pit.
Muddy ass pit, yup.
It was all muddy and dark, and they lowered him down in his arms, in ropes, man.
Yeah.
How you do the prophet like that, man? You niggas ain't right, man. That's some shit.
And guess what?
Well, we gonna get rid of this nigga. He ain't speaking how we want.
They was gonna leave him there too until the chamberlain had the spirit that jumped on the chamberlain to ask the king to get Jeremiah out of there. And
that was the spirit of the Lord.
He was delivered from that point. Since he did that, he got delivered from the Babylonians with Jeremiah.
Yep. And look what happened to Yahweh Shai. Look what he suffered.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? See what them niggas did to him, man.
Yep. Well, one of the first things that the Heavenly Father told Jeremiah before he did any prophesying, Jeremiah was like, he said, I'm just a young man. But the Heavenly Father said, I am with thee. I am with thee. He said, basically, you ain't got nothing to fear. He said, everywhere you go, I'm gonna be with you.
That's what I liked on that scene on Prince of Egypt, man, with that burning bush scene.
Yeah.
He said, man, I don't know what to tell these people, man. I like what the Lord said, I'll teach you what to say.
Yeah.
But we've been taught through the Spirit what to say from the apostles, man, and the bishops and the elders, man.
Which is the spirit of the Lord.
That's right.
Okay, because they were told what to say by the spirit of the Lord.
That's right. And the cycle continues. Let's get it.
So 2 more verses.
Go ahead.
It says, and these all, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. That was the point you had said.
There you go. Beautiful, man.
It says, the Most High having provided some better thing for us, and they without us should not be made perfect.
Right. Man. So let's get with these prophecies, man. Matthew 24th chapter.
Where you want to start?
Start at the 3rd verse. The Mount of Olives. You got something?
No, that's me. Read the Matthew.
Okay, read it, brother. Somebody FYI notes. The debt notes. Let's go, man. Read it loudly too, brother. Read it with conviction. Okay, bro. It's Yahweh Shai's word, so you gotta read it.
24 and 3.
Yeah, Matthew 24.
It's St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be?
So, so the disciples were inquiring to the Lord, saying, hey, when that time comes, what shall happen? What's gonna happen? When it's gonna happen? What's gonna be? Go ahead.
And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world?
That's right.
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
You take heed that no man deceive you. You remember what the Lord said? He said, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. Okay? Because a lot of these men out here is not sent from Yahweh Yahushua. A lot of these men are sent from the God of this world, Esau, Edom, as you can see with these other groups and your local churches and pastors, whatever, okay, or leaders, all right, from the mosque or other bullshit. Okay, go ahead.
And Yahushua answered, said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name.
Many shall come in my name. A lot of people gonna say, I'm the anointed. You got a lot of kooks out there saying, I'm Yahushua, man.
Yeah, man.
You got this dude over there in Ethiopia thinking he's the Lord, but he called himself Jesus, man. That's when you know he's a false prophet, man. That's why them Ethiopians were like, got them IUIC niggas out of there because they already had their Jesus.
Yeah.
Another false prophet, man.
Oh, shit.
Okay? All right? That's when you know the Lord is not with them, man. Satan is with them. Okay? That's their God. But let's go.
Saying, I am the anointed and shall deceive many.
And shall deceive many. That's what's happening right now. We at that time. Okay? How do we know? The churches. They're being deceived. Even Israelite groups are being deceived. Many people. Okay? Go ahead.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
So when you go to wars and rumors of war, rumors, you go to the Greek word, translated, it means reports. Right now there's reports of wars. Right now there's an attack of Iran and Israel, but people not talking about the attack America's doing on Yemen the other day. People don't even know about that. Okay, remember, we know the history of the so-called white man Esau Edom and his 5-year plan. We said this general, remember that? He said he gonna take over 7 Arab nations within 5 to 10 years. That plan hasn't gone away. All right, but
the only one left is Iran.
Yep, and that fits into their they got a thing called the Greater Israel, where they trying to expand from just the Mediterranean coast all the way down to Iran today.
Yeah, they want all that.
They want all of that.
So again, Chief Ephraim, Esau gonna implement that chip, nigga. Fuck you mean, man? You see how this nigga move? Iran can't fuck with the white man. Are you stupid? The Lord is with Esau, man. On the left-hand side, to fulfill his will. Matter of fact, can I read this?
Go ahead, brother.
This is 2nd Ezra 11 and 38. Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts whom I made to reign in my world?
Here you go.
That the end of their times might come through them. So the Lord is telling you right here, because when you read up, starting at the top, it's speaking about the Roman Empire and the 12 Caesars. All right, and then when you link this to Daniel the 7th chapter with the 4th beast. All right, it's talking about now, and the same rulers that ruled ancient Rome is ruling the beast now.
That's right.
All right. The Lord said, "Art not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts whom I made to reign in my world, by whom the end is gonna come?" Now we know the end is gonna come once the MOTB is being made mandatory. So who gonna implement it? Is Yahushua gonna come down and say, everybody know he gonna use the white man to afflict so much pain and fear on the earth that the people are gonna beg for a solution? All right.
And that's in Proverbs 2. He shall create the wicked for the days of
for the day of evil, man.
Who is else gonna be? Who's the wicked? You know who's the wicked? Who's the wicked? There you go, man. So he gonna implement what? The chip.
Yeah, man.
Chief Ephraim, that's our answer, idiot. God damn, man.
And there was other beasts, like they showed you in that movie Gladiator 2, where they was marking people, you know, in that movie.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's just this system, this beast system, you know, is going into the internet way of things, man.
Right.
You know, it's more technological.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. More control.
Yeah.
More control.
Throughout, like the brother said, throughout the history of Edom, they always mark their servants, man. All right, if you watch Spartacus, wherever house or cabana you from, you are marked with the seal of the sign of your master. Okay, so what's the new one right now?
Hey, during the time of the early stages of America,
That's
they was marking Negroes, man. You belong to a slave house. That's why you got your name, Johnson.
Jones.
That's how you got last name.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is like the mark. Well, not, you know.
Yeah,
But it was
their
at
way.
that time.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
that way of showing you belong to this plantation.
Right.
So when you accept the MOTB, it's going to way of showing that you belong to this beast system.
There you
And
go.
that's why the Lord is going to destroy you. That's why you can't take it out. You can't get it and then carve it out and say, see, I did it. Just no. If you accept it, that's it. That means you accept this system as your savior, your God, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. All right. It says, verse 40. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness.
You go.
Okay? See, Esau really ain't broke out what he gonna do.
Not yet.
He really ain't got cracking the way he gonna get cracking, man. All right? Esau gonna generate fear out here.
Yeah.
See them Arabs, they did, once Trump did what he did, they had a little meeting, and the leader addressed the nation, and they did their little Death to America thing, whoop, wop, whoop.
Yeah.
But to what avail, though? You ain't backed him up. Esau still on your ass.
Yeah.
All right? It says, and had power over the whole world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression.
There you go.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth, but thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled.
There you go.
And therefore appear no more, thou eagle, which goes back to ancient Rome, which you translate that to now.
Yeah.
Because what's the symbol of America? The eagle. In America's the tip of the spear for this beast.
Yeah. That's right.
All right? This is the military they use to go around and knock off all these nations and then set up embassies there to control them.
Yeah. That's right.
All right?
That's right, brother.
With Iran being the last target. Okay? It says, and thou therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed and may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her.
There you go.
Okay? So the Lord is going to use Esau, Edom, to bring about the end.
Yes, right. That's right.
Like the brother quoted Proverbs 16. The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right? Esau the only one that dropped bombs on an offensive point of view.
Yeah.
Right.
He dropped bombs because you ain't signed the paperwork, man. He'll create a coup in your country because you ain't signed paperwork, man.
Yep.
Okay?
Violence. Yeah.
And the violence.
Perfect example was Libya, man.
Yeah.
Libya gave you all these, but he treated their people beautifully.
Yeah, Gaddafi.
Gaddafi.
They
ran with gold.
Man.
Gold. Yeah.
New married couples were given 50,000 to start a family.
And free energy.
Matter of fact, if you was from there, it don't matter if you came to the United States,
You
they
still
would pay
was
for
getting
your
a check.
college.
Yeah, yeah.
And you get a check as a citizen.
Yeah.
Because of the oil reserves.
Yeah.
If you was a citizen of that land, you was getting a check every month because of the oil reserves. That's why they went in there and got Gaddafi. They didn't get Gaddafi because they got him because he wasn't going along with the program.
Yeah. That's what it
And
was.
you know why they was allowed to get him? So the word of the Lord can be fulfilled.
Yep.
Yeah, because remember, I think that testimony for Farrakhan that he wanted to give
Yeah,
Farrakhan
50 billion for the
Yeah.
for the so-called black community.
Yeah.
And they told him no, you better not take that goddamn money. That's how you know Farrakhan juiced in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How you gonna turn down 50 million? Because the white man said so.
Yeah.
Because he was threatened with his life. And they got free health care
Free
as well.
healthcare and free energy. He had a huge energy program for free water and electricity for the people.
Yeah.
We saw like hell no.
Yeah.
Got him, bro.
And if you wanted to be a farmer, they would give you land and everything you needed to start.
Wow.
No charge. See?
You get married, they give you 60 grand.
Yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
always thought he could be Cyrus the
And
Great.
if you looked at the place, it was beautiful, man.
Man.
Now look at it now. Look at it.
Ruins.
Whoa,
It's like a wilderness right
Yeah.
now, man. It's fucked up.
The devil for you. And you mean to tell me who gonna implement it? Nigga, Esau, nigga. You talking about the #1 gangster on the planet, man.
That nigga ain't no joke.
That's it.
You gonna get down or he gonna lay your ass down?
I believe they shot a missile through his house.
Oh, Gaddafi?
Yeah, they shot through his right. They was straight to his crib.
Yeah, they wasn't bullshitting with him. And when they got up, they found like gold, all type of shit, man.
Yeah.
They had his ass in the crowd beating the shit out of his ass.
Yeah, it was
Passing him on.
agents.
Everybody
Yeah, those
just
are
got it.
agents.
You know what I'm saying? Stand on his
Because
ass.
he was actually taking care of his people.
Yeah.
And that's what Esau didn't like.
Yeah, man. He said that knife to his ass, big ass knife, and dragged him throughout the city, bro.
That's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
That's how it is, man. That's the true gangster. It's the so-called white man, man.
Yeah,
Plain and simple.
Niggas, motherfuckers with hunchbacks.
Remember what Nas said? These gang members got nothing on these congressmen, man.
Yeah.
None of y'all, man. You don't got power,
Exactly.
okay? All you people out there protesting, you don't even have an army. You have no power, man. Okay? You're lucky to be out there not getting touched by them bullets yet.
Yeah.
You're lucky, man. Because if it was any other nation, they would spray y'all down.
Oh yeah.
Okay? But that's gonna happen though. Let's get back to Go ahead, brother.
Spoiled ass.
Can I say?
Like you said, the fact that we're not getting gunned down, you know, speaking to because we really are
Government opposition.
The true opposition.
the true opposition.
Treason.
But the Lord set it up like that for His word to come out.
That's
You
right.
know,
It's not a man, so it ain't gonna come to naught.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Yahweh said, daily I was with you in the temple and you did nothing to me. When they came to grab him up, but he said, now is my hour. So the same thing with us. It's gonna come our hour when y'all are able to, test us. But now you can't.
That's right. Yeah. Go ahead.
St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Iran, Yemen, soon to be Turkey. All right.
Togomar.
All the other Arab nations. All right. There will be a lot of wars and rumors of war, man. Reports. That's what's happening. And it's been happening for a very long time, man.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Yeah. So don't get all jacked up, man. Like, oh shit, man. What we gonna do? Nah. Trust in the Lord. Trust in these scriptures. Trust in His word, man.
Right.
Okay. The brother read the scriptures earlier. what happens when you fear the Lord and you trust in Him. Okay?
Won't be forsaken.
All right? You got to understand through the scriptures, some going to be martyrs for this word. But guess what? The dead going to be resurrected, man.
That's right.
Don't forget those things, man. That's why it's called the good news. Ain't called the good news for no reason.
I got it.
Okay?
I got one for you.
Go ahead, brother.
It's 1 Thessalonians 5:9. For the Heavenly Father hath not appointed us to wrath.
He didn't appoint us for wrath, man. What did Leonidas said in 300? Prepare for glory, man. Yeah. That's what we're preparing for. Go ahead.
It says, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua.
To obtain salvation from our Lord Yahushua, man. Okay? That's what we're here for, man. Yeah, let's go back.
Come on. But the end is not yet.
But the end is not yet. So don't believe these stupid ass pundits out there. Well, July 4th might be the end of the world.
Right.
According to who?
Right.
It's not in the scriptures.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just talking, man, just to make money out of fear mongering. But they there for a reason too. They part of the chess piece on the board.
Right.
Okay? Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
So nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. That's what's going on right now, man. China versus America with the tariffs, so-called, and wars and stuff. You got China giving supplies to Palestine right now, and Russia. So guess who's doing that? The Lord mustereth the battle. The Lord is doing all that, man. In order to what? Fulfill prophecy. Okay? Hang on. Go ahead. We're right there, man. Hang on. Why step out? Go ahead.
And kingdom against kingdom.
Kingdom against kingdom. That's what's happening right now. Right now, even Esau's kingdom, within his own people, there's in-house fighting. We know this.
Oh yeah.
That happened. If you know the history, that happened with the Greeks, the Romans, and so on and so on. Come on, man. Go ahead.
For power.
And there shall be famines and pestilence.
All right, famines and pestilence. So people say, okay, why there ain't no? Well, there ain't gonna be no food. Why? Agriculture is gonna be down.
Yeah, that's around the corner.
All right,
famine.
Systematically, that's gonna happen. You start seeing your shelves about to be empty. Remember, when you go to a supermarket, they carry about 3 months worth of food supply.
3 days.
3 days. 3 days. Yeah. 3 days, right?
Yeah.
That's why you got all those trucks coming in, resupplying. Now, what will happen when the trucks is cut off?
Yeah.
That's it.
When martial law happens and them towns are closed, what's gonna happen? You had a taste of that during the COVID.
But you know what? The truck drivers are saying that they're saying now that their pallets is short as shit.
Yeah.
Because,
You know what I'm saying? Because there's less food, there's less workers because they're afraid to go out into onion fields, those orange fields, those apple fields, and gather.
I see it.
You know what I'm saying?
I see it. I see when I'm up there 5, because here in California, that's where a lot of the agriculture is.
Yep.
Right.
That a lot of the farmland. You can actually see from the freeway the grapes just hanging. You know what I'm saying? You can see the grapes there just hanging, man.
Oh, wow. That's the Lord right here.
So now there's reports that right now a lot of the farms, all the workers just went missing. They can't find them.
Right.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
They hiding, bro.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of them I heard just vanished.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now. So what's going to happen?
heard that.
Who's going to pick those fields? Who's going to put them in them trucks? Who's going to wash them?
And a lot of those
Where's the
farmers,
FDA?
A lot of those farmers, they're retiring.
Yeah.
Oh, they're giving it up.
bought
Matter of fact, it's one out there where we say that when the pandemic happened, they sold they had thousands of cows.
Yeah,
they sold them. They sold them cows, and there's no that place is no longer.
Yeah. I believe that's going to be a massive grave site.
Yeah,
Because they put them big dirt piles around it.
Oh yeah, that's
A certain
right.
section of it where you can't see over the dirt, but they got rid of all the cattle, which it was a dairy farm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, then you got Gil Bates. You got Gil Bates buying up all the farmland, and he wants to put impossible meat in insect burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you identify all these things, what is that? That's the pale horse.
Oh,
it's going to lead to that disease, death, and famine and death, man. See, people go like, oh, you niggas ain't know what the fuck y'all talking about. I was at Stater Brothers or food from that. Start
Yesterday.
seeing all these meat for sale. I said, well, how long the meat been there? You ever thought about that? How long all the food's been there?
Right.
See, people don't think about these things, man.
Right.
Oh, you'll get because they have audits in stores.
Yeah.
You'll get audited
Yep.
and get in trouble if you have overstock of 3 days. You'll get fucking trouble. So sometimes they have too much of something, and that's the pallets. When you go to the store, that's the pallets that you like. Damn, that's on sale.
Yeah.
And they selling it for cheap.
Yeah.
So that they can pass the audit.
Yep.
You be like, damn, no, ain't no way in hell that whatever that is should be on sale like that, and it'll be an aisle of it, pallets in the middle.
A lot of the dealing with that meat, it's a process. It's a order of things. Like if they sell a steak and it stays up there and it starts to go brown, what they do, they'll take it, they'll grind it down to beef, to ground beef, and they'll just put a little blood in it.
That's it. The fake blood, like or whatever. Like
Yeah.
blood.
They'll put
That's
a
how
little.
hot it is.
They put a little blood in it, you know what I'm saying? Mix it up, and it'll look fresh again. And they just make that as ground beef, man. You know, that's the last straw as ground beef.
Oyster, man. So yeah, that's gonna happen. So I'll give you a perfect example. During the jump shot, what was the sign on each aisle? By two per family, right? Why they did that, man? They were running out of food, man. Okay, so that was just a test run. They laid the trap. They already laid the trap. They know what the people's how they gonna react. They use it as like a laboratory. They use it. Remember the scripture saying Psalm 64. They accomplish a diligent search. So they do research on Jake, how they gonna react, man.
Yeah.
All right. So okay, if this works, so we could put this law in place here, and they're gonna follow no matter what, man.
Yep.
See, because a lot of our people is in that herd mentality, man. Okay.
Yeah. Our people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
So what happens? We put more pain. They're gonna want to answer to be comfortable. So okay, we got this. We call universal basic income, and the chip. That's what's gonna roll, man. So right now, famine and pestilence gonna be on its way, man. Pestilence is already here.
Yeah. Dealing with the famine. Now, when you look at society, when you look at things going and what people like to do, and you think, okay, what is the number one thing that people do to enjoy themselves? Is it amusement parks? Is it going fucking riding horses or whatever the hell come in your head? No, it's eating. It's eating. When they build something in your city, most likely it's gonna be a place to eat, man. And that's what Jake do. That's what everybody, not just Jake, but that's what everybody do. All this whole fucking block, man. It's nothing but eateries.
Majority food spots.
It's nothing but coffee shops, chicken, fucking tacos and
Mediterranean.
desserts and shit. People eat and associate. They
Socialize.
Socialize with each other. You know what I'm saying? They socialize, they talk, you know what I'm saying? When you know those commercials when
breaking bread.
the Snicker commercials and shit.
Yeah.
You know, he mad and shit, but he eat a Snickers and then he's good again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you see a child at the table, he happy, his legs moving and shit, he eating and shit. Everybody talking, feeling good, drinking and shit. Once that's gone, man, this place is done.
Yeah, like the clone Tyrone.
Yeah.
Eating that chicken.
And that was the first time he seen him smiling. He was like, "You seen the chicken?" He was like, "Man, as long as I know your ass, I ain't never seen your ass smile."
I still say that to this day.
Damn, that shit. So once that famine comes, what's gonna happen when that stomach starts touching your back? It's gonna be resulting to what? War, man. All right. The love of the many shall wax cold, man.
Yeah.
All right. They're not gonna give a fuck. They knew you for 30 years, man. They gotta feed their children. They're gonna be hungry, man.
Right.
Okay.
If I may add, your stomach is made out of the same material as your brain.
Yeah, good.
You know, so your gut start thinking. You start that's where people start having mirages, or you know, you see this person just turn into a chicken in front of you.
They have it on the cartoon.
Yeah.
He turned to a whole fucking roast.
Hey, it may be funny, but that be true, man. Because guess what? There will be cannibalism here in America.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That's right.
Okay? It's going to result to that. It's in the scriptures, man.
Yeah, sure is.
You gonna have children being boiled. You gonna have their fingers being nibbled off.
Yeah.
Okay, just like that movie, The Road.
Yeah. Fuckers in there with one leg.
Matter of fact,
You will have dudes cooking up their sneakers, man, because of the leather from the cows. Okay, the Tim suits.
Women, you know, having babies left and right. You know, and women don't even feed their children with their breasts anymore. You know what I'm saying? And in order to produce milk, you gotta eat yourself. You gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? So, and women, they're giving their babies Similac, man.
Yeah.
Similac. They already fighting over little shits in this grocery stores already, man. You got Jake running their cars into fucking chicken spots because ain't no more chicken sandwiches. When there's other fucking eateries out, man.
There were even baby food supply that was going down during that jump shot.
It sure was.
It was, man.
Yeah, you notice everything is locked up now.
Yeah.
Like all those little
There you go.
Yeah.
I got a quick one.
Go ahead, brother.
This is based off of the famine that happened, you know, in history in Samaria.
Yeah, we always gonna have the receipts,
First
man.
Kings.
Oh,
I think that's
We
First
always gonna have receipts to what we say, man.
God.
Okay, go ahead.
This is 2 Kings 6:25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the 4th part of a cap of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver.
Do you know what dove's dung is? It's dove shit, bird shit, man. It's this brother be fair and be coming down. You know what I'm saying?
When you used to be downtown, remember the Broadway sign?
Yeah.
That's dove dung.
Yeah.
It was pigeon. It was pigeon. Which pigeon is a part of the same family.
Yeah.
So you scrape that, scrape that up, and that's what you get to eat.
What the?
That's dove dung, man.
I don't even know you can. Matter of fact, when I was coming down here, just out of nowhere, I just seen 2 white doves flying with each other, and I was like, man, that's spiritual. Just out of nowhere, just 2 white doves.
Wow, bro. That's
I was thinking like, damn, what did that mean? Like, Lord is, what you trying to tell me?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you'll be resulting in eating bird shit.
Yes.
Okay? That even a head of a freaking donkey or lamb.
Well, see, ain't much meat on that.
Ain't much. You gonna be eating the eyeballs and shit, man.
Food they would never thought they would eat.
Yeah, you gonna be eating feet, chicken feet, hooves. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna result to that desperate manner.
Cool enough.
Because the average American out here, they don't consider eating none of that stuff, man.
Right.
Yeah, because you got everything at the palm of your hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did Denzel say in the book of Eli? People threw away what they killed for today.
Yeah.
You go into one of these spots, you eat a little bit of that food, and you throw away majority of it.
Right.
Not thinking tomorrow you won't be able to savor that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It could go down, and you won't get a chance to have that full course meal. You know?
Yep. You're gonna see a decline of cats and dogs outside, man.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see that. Look, it's gonna happen, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Because Moab, the so-called Chinese, have no problem eating dogs out there, man.
Hey, they feed it to you niggas, man. If you still eat at them Chinese spots, they cake that damn meat, that orange chicken. They cake it with all that bread and sauce. That ain't chicken, man. Take that bread off, that breading and that sauce off, and look at that piece of meat and tell me that's chicken.
It don't even rip like chicken.
I got a testimony about that. I had a friend. He worked at a Chinese spot. I haven't ate at Chinese spots. He told me this in like 2020. They told him to go in the freezer and get the chicken. All he saw was red meat.
There you go.
And I said, yeah.
Dogs on the hook, bro. Dogs.
I haven't been to a Chinese spot.
Yeah, I ain't ate Chinese. I don't know how goddamn long, man.
Fuck with that.
I was eating that damn orange chicken. I was like, man, hold up, man. Then I started taking that shit off. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I left the whole plate. I just got on.
Yeah,
like, man, I ain't fucking with these gooks. And they show you that in Men in Black. Which one was it, man? When they went into it was like either 2 or
1 or 2.
it was 2. It was 2. They went into the restaurant. It was an Asian dude, and then all the shit he had in the pots was bullshit.
Oh.
It was shit that he wasn't supposed to be feeding the people, but they put it in that comedic style of a movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But really, they really doing that shit. They allowing these Chinese to feed you niggas rats.
Yep, all of that.
You know what I'm saying? To feed you dogs.
Yeah.
That's why
You know?
they give you so much. That
I was
shit be
just gonna say that.
tipping over
They
the
give you a
It be
gang of
dripping
that
down the
shit.
bag. I'm like, what the
Catch the bus to school in downtown, and I noticed like the Chinese spot, they'd be outside throwing shit, and a lot of the times birds come, but pets and dogs will come too. And I'm noticing like they just leave the door open, they trying to lure them in there.
Yeah.
Feed it to Jake. I'm like,
Oh, man.
Yeah, and at the end of the night, downtown too, when all the shops and shit is closing down, they give all that shit free away to the homeless out there.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And then these are all facts, man. With the brother, here's some story. That's all true, man. Even I had story. Even on the world, I had a Chinese best friend. He told me don't eat from here. Wow. And I said, why, man? In the world, I used to get, before the Tyson fight,
fried rice.
I still had the pork fried rice with the
Yeah.
lobster sauce.
Yeah.
I got you. This is Ezekiel 4:13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles,
man.
where thou would drive them.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's on point right now, man.
And Jake ain't even getting proper nutrition anyway
not.
from off of the
We're
food.
not.
You know?
We're not, bro.
So when a famine come, and you don't even know how to eat properly. You ain't ready for that.
You gonna die faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point. That's why.
you gonna go
That's why it's in the hoods.
Yeah, you're gonna go to desperation mode a lot faster.
Yep.
And that's when that animalistic instinct gonna kick in
gonna
from
come
all
in.
the chemicals you've been eating.
Yep.
They gonna start to kick in. You're gonna have them withdrawals.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
man, bro,
yeah.
like you just off of drugs and
It is drugs.
like cold,
Yep.
like a cold turkey that shit. And now you gotta deal with consequences.
That was that Denzel Washington movie,
Damn.
Book of Eli?
Yeah.
Oh, where they was shaking? Oh,
Yeah.
Because they was eating. They were eating
each other.
meat and shit.
Yeah.
Let me see your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were cannibalism.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what it wrote. So he told me, yo, don't eat. Show me pictures. He showed me they be having dogs on hooks in warehouses. And they put it out. He said the only Chinese food you should eat is like in fancy places, like what to eat in my neighborhoods, like PF Chan's and shit. He said do not go into the takeout hood with the bulletproof windows. You have one.
Oh, shit.
Chinese Express.
Yeah.
Express.
He said that's the one.
Hong Kong Express.
He said, man, I said, yo, why you telling me all this, man? He said, man, you my best friend, man. Like, you probably Jake.
Oh yeah, that's
You know what I'm saying?
like it. Heck yeah.
So I stopped eating that Chinese Express shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, these other nations are in league with one another to poison Jake.
Right.
Yeah. They don't want Jake coming back to power, man. That's the whole point.
That's it.
Okay?
Yep.
So let's get back to that cannibalism thing you said. We'll give you receipts, but this happened in history. It's gonna happen again. And guess what? It happened in Germany. There were cannibalism during the time, man. Okay? Go ahead.
I got another one, if I may. This is Lamentations 4:10. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children.
So, what do you mean sodden their own children? Boil them. Okay? You may not want to believe it now, but when that time comes, you're gonna see it, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says they were meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people.
They were meat. Go ahead.
It says the Lord has accomplished his fury. He has poured out his fierce anger.
And that's part of the Lord's Spirit and his anger, man. Okay? Our people's gonna suffer this, man. Jacob's trouble, man. And yes, famine's included. Okay? That's what's going to be. When it comes to desperation mode, you're going to see a lot of violence throughout this whole earth, man. Especially here in Babylon the Great.
Oh yeah.
Okay? That's what's going to roll, man. Go ahead. That's it.
There's a little bit more. It says it has kindled a fire in Zion and has devoured the foundations thereof. That's pretty much it.
Okay. What's the reason? What's the reason for all this? Because our people disobeyed the Lord, man. They were worshiping other gods, man. They were sacrificing their children. So guess what's the result's gonna be? Hey, the Lord said, all right, you wanna do all that? Okay, I'm gonna put the basis of men above your ass now, man. But it started with the Babylonians first. Okay? Go ahead.
I got a quick one on the same subject. 2nd Ezra 15 and 57. It says, "Thy children shall die of hunger."
What's the number one thing people gonna be going to battle for? Because they want to feed their children, man.
Yeah.
You think they want to see? They want to hear their infants crying consistently because of hunger?
Right.
Come on, man. It's gonna be desperation mode, and they're gonna do anything to get it, man.
Oh yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
It says, "Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through." And thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field.
That's right.
They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger.
So it doesn't matter if you try to escape to the mountains because of the judgment. How you gonna get the food? Don't you know Trump's gotta go to the mountains for you to get food? A lot of you niggas don't even know how to hunt. How you gonna get your supplies? You gotta go down, right? How you gonna get that if you in the mountains? You gonna be destroyed out there. You might be on food for them wild beasts.
Yep, exactly. Yep. It says, "They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger and eat their own flesh."
And eat their own flesh. Cannibalism, man. It's gonna result to that. Like in Walking Dead, man. Hey, we just having a barbecue.
Yeah.
And he woke up, he seen his leg on the fucking grill and shit. He was going crazy.
And your own flesh could be either yourself or your children.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, because Genesis it says it mentions something like my flesh.
Yeah, that's right.
Meaning it
bone
was
of
talking
my
about
bone.
family though.
Yeah.
It was referring to
Yep, the bone in my bone.
bone of my bone.
Yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly. Yep. It says and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood. For very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
There you go. Because the lack of what? Food.
That means they cutting themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They drinking the blood.
Yep. Source of protein.
Drinking a pee.
Drinking a piss for a source of protein.
Yeah, I'm talking about everything is protein and shit.
Right.
Protein.
They're gonna result in eating bugs.
Yeah.
Yet slimy but satisfying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, man. I don't mean to be funny, man, but that's what's gonna roll, man. Okay? How do you? I can imagine the men out there that's locked up in Salvador. You saw how frail they look. Now they were. Remember that video?
They was eating each
They
other.
were eating each other, man. Dude was eating his ear like it was a peach.
Had
man.
his ass in a choke.
Chokehold started chewing him up.
Biting his ear.
Like a sail or something.
Yeah.
Biting his ear off.
Damn.
Damn, I remember that too. I
Tussle.
forgot
Yeah,
about
man.
that.
Yeah, and they so weak you can't fight a motherfucker off. You ain't ate.
Right.
He done locked on you. That motherfucker took a chunk out his ear, man.
Yep. They still kept chewing on it like it was food, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna go to that animalistic behavior, man.
Yeah.
See, people think it's funny right now. They lollygagging, they walking back and forth, going to, satisfying themselves. But that's all gonna come to an end when all this shit is shut down. That there's no food. A lot of women gonna be selling their pussy to get some bread, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The scripture says in that Lamentations is better for them that was killed with the sword
Then
than
that
the
pine
die.
away.
They pine away.
That's right.
For the ones of this world, you know.
Right.
That's
All, all those stash spots, man, those secret stash spots and snacks and shit about to get hit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Go ahead, brother.
Yep. This
Snacks
is
is gone.
Acts chapter 11, verse 28. It says, "And there stood up one of them named Agabus, and signified by the Spirit that there should be a great dearth throughout all the world."
Yeah, go to the word dirt. Oh, for the brothers to know. Remember, this is a church, so we teach.
And for the live viewers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, this is the word dearth in the Greek.
For the chip.
It comes from the Strong's G3042. It says, "Sarcicity of harvest, famine."
There you go.
It said, oh, I'm sorry, not a scarcity.
Scarcity of what? Food. it's gonna lead to what? Famine. All right? A lot of these motherfuckers gonna die off here, man.
Yeah.
Okay? But you got so many people here in America that's so cowardly, it's gonna be hard for them to even kill themselves, man. Okay? You know that's one of the worst pains is starvation. That's the worst, that's one of the worst deaths next to drowning. Okay?
Your body start eating of itself.
Yep.
Yeah,
First,
find a way.
first the fat and then the muscle.
Yeah, that's what it means to find a way.
Find a way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep, it says through the idea, this is the Strong's definition. It says through the idea of destitution, a scarcity of food, there you go, dearth, famine, hunger.
So when the Lord said there was going to be famine here, it's going to be it, man. It's impossible for the Lord to lie, man, because he saw it from the beginning to end. He saw, it's his movie, man. He puts it out. The prophet seen it, okay? The prophet seen all the bullshit. Well, our people, even, Ezra like this, damn, man, woe is me, woe is me.
Yeah. Right.
He was pulling out his beard. That's how stressed he was watching this, man. Imagine we seeing that. So we have an idea seeing it because we're reading.
Right.
So we can envision it.
Yep.
Don't be surprised it ends up on a CGI little clip.
Yeah.
Okay, don't be surprised when you see it.
And plus, not only will this famine, we seeing it because of the workers not picking the food and the farmers, retiring and whatnot. But it's also going to be manufactured.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because there will be food, you just won't have the access to it as you do now.
Right.
It's going to be allocated. And the only way you're going to be able to get it is the micro see it.
Right.
Like in Black Mirror, the merit episode, remember? You had to get on that damn treadmill to earn your merits just to go to the vending machine to get a GMO apple.
Right. Damn, that's cold.
It's part of that universal basic income.
Apple came in a bag like some chips.
Yeah.
You don't have
because
enough credits.
they grew it in the lab.
A lot of these people are dependent on they're dependent on Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
because they don't know how to make a cook. Instacart, somebody bringing it to you.
Yeah.
So when those services of people bringing the food to you is done away with, you're going to be caught out there.
Right.
Right.
It's convenience for them.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole chip and the B system is about. Convenience.
Yeah, I got one for you.
Yeah.
It's Isaiah 60. You had to say something? Yes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say there's a big humbling coming to America.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's in for these 2/3 are in for a rude awakening.
That's right, brother. That's right.
This Isaiah 65:13. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power. Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry."
Now, these are the ones that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua and trust in him. He said, when they eat, when they be hungry, we shall eat.
Right.
When they thirst, we shall drink.
Right.
And I believe this in the scriptures, man. I believe it, man.
100%.
Because there was many times, many brothers have many stories of the affliction they went into, but they overcame it through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua through that help. Okay?
Right.
So we believe this, man.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, "Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
That's right.
Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed."
And a lot of people's gonna be in shame when that time comes, man. Especially when Yahweh Shah returns, man. They're gonna be in shock when that happens, man. All right, but they're gonna be, first and foremost, they're gonna be in shame after all they believe was all bullshit lie, man. Okay?
Yep. Verse 14.
While brothers are hidden through the favors of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know what I'm saying? They're hidden. We're having a good time sipping and eating, man. And laughing at the calamities of these people, man.
Yeah. We're gonna take care of his.
Yeah, you're gonna take care of his, man.
Who's that movie? Leave the World Behind.
Yeah, leave the world
Remember
behind.
At the end, the girl, she found that
Oh,
house.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was filled with, food.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
there. Whoever was supposed to be there never made it.
Yeah.
Made it.
They
Yeah.
had
Died out
power
there.
in their house.
Yeah.
Entertainment there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hot water.
Yeah.
That's like a safe house.
Yeah.
Be married and have
There's many
a
of
bunch.
those. There's many of those. The
Yeah.
Lord gonna have his elect find throughout Babylon.
That's right. That's right.
That was in the road too.
It was in a row, yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
remember?
Yeah, that peanut butter.
Yeah.
Across a pond with some salmon in it.
You see,
Trout,
yeah.
shit.
Some
You
fresh
see,
water.
you see
can
people
from the
on
pond.
social media showing you that they stocking up,
Yeah.
but they stocking it up like the scriptures say
For
for the poor.
Right.
They doing that for the elect, man.
That's right.
They
That's
ain't
right.
doing that. They not gonna enjoy that, man.
Right. They're gonna be wicked and then be hiding out. No.
Be on vacation and shit go down. They ain't gonna be able to get to that spot.
Right.
That's
Right.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
Get caught up out there, man.
The Amalek.
Yeah, I know. I see him too, man. I smell it.
Verse 14. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall
Look
sing.
like they pointing at brothers.
Yeah, they talking shit.
They about to pass.
Are they?
It says, behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow
Yeah,
of the
we're
heart.
gonna be praising Yahweh about you outside. That's what it means to sing.
It says, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Yeah, they're gonna be howling for vexation of spirit, man.
Oh my Lord!
They ain't even look
Why?
the brother's way. They ain't even look the brother's way. They was
They were way around. They spread it from each other.
Yeah, that's the spirit, man. That's how strong
scary
spirit is.
motherfuckers, man. Them be the motherfuckers that's ruling.
Yeah, they the ones.
Yeah.
That's the vexing part about it, man. Like, is this the man?
Yeah.
What's all weak ass motherfucker here, man?
They are somebody walk.
Right.
He got to throw an axe class.
Careful, bro. You're being, that's anti-Semitism. Man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, finish that on Matthew,
Weak
man.
ass Amalek.
St. Matthew, chapter 24.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I'll start from the top at, 24 verse 7. I didn't finish that. I was right there in the middle. Yeah. I'm going to start from the top. 7. Come on. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
That's right.
And there shall be famines and pestilence.
That's right.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
And earthquakes in diverse places. We had a huge earthquake in the Philippines the other night. Okay? All right, in Philippines, man, you know what they know it for? Lady boys along with Thailand. And they always have freaking floods all the time, man. Okay?
Hey, China dealing with a flood right now. too, right?
China dealing with a flood too. A huge one.
Yeah.
It's covering the city, man.
The second one in the last couple of years.
But you know what? Moab deserved that because they destroyed that country with their pollution, man.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Because that's like a huge ass factory, man.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sweatshops.
Sweatshops.
To where they got nets.
Oh, yeah.
They got
suicide nets.
motherfuckers, suicide nets to where they like, man, fuck it. Nah, you ain't committing suicide. Jump your ass back and go get him.
Oh,
Get your
that's
ass back
cold.
up here.
Go back to work.
Probably get a punishment before you go back too.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
probably scourge the shit out of you.
Yep. Bamboo.
20 lumps.
Like during COVID, they was scourging motherfuckers in the street.
Yep.
I'm like, man, ain't no fucking way, man.
Yeah. They were trapped in the apartments and shit. You hear them screaming. People say, oh, that's fake. I said, okay. All right, whatever, man. That's the American peon for you, man. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. We at that state right now. All right. We in that time frame. All right. So why take things as a joke, man? The Lord is showing. Lord just opened the books. He's showing it to you right now. Okay. We're celebrating. Hey, we seen the ice shit. We seen the humbling of a lot of these Latin tribes. They being humble. Okay. Now you see these wars and rumors of wars. The books is open right there in front of your face. It's open at the books are open at the firmament. To what? The unicorn, the internet, for everybody to see, man. Okay. There's no ignoring it, man. Time is here. Time is now.
Time is short.
All right. Go ahead.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
So right now, it will come to a point that the men that's teaching this word is going to be considered anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitism. They're going to use that. Right now, they use that propaganda right now. Fight for Israel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see these brothers teaching this word. We're totally against Amalek. Okay, so they're gonna see us as a threat. That's why you got Project Zephyr. So when all the power comes down, they're gonna come get the brothers that's teaching his word. In the dark.
They're gonna come after you.
Yep.
Sneaky and shit.
Yep. To commit assassinations or take you into black sites
How you mentioned,
and torture you.
how you mentioned the fall of the wafers. You know, all I see now on Instagram and through various social media is people waking up to the fact that Amalek is the real problem behind everything, and anti-Semitism is quote unquote spreading rapidly.
Yeah, well, according to the scriptures, it tells you about that. The Lord's gonna reveal everything, man.
Oh yeah.
He's revealing right now. He's revealing the shameful spewings of Babylon the Great.
Going into
Okay.
the age of information, how it's easy to find stuff.
It's
I
out
can't
there.
find stuff that I could find easily 3 years ago. When I search for it now, I can't find it no more.
Yo,
It's
yeah.
moving stuff off the internet.
Knowledge
People are waking up.
Knowledge increaseth, man.
Yeah.
We at that time, man. There ain't no excuse.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is Micah 2:12. I will surely assemble, O Jacob, all of you. I will surely gather the remnant of Israel.
Gather the remnant of Israel. It's talking about the elect. That's first and foremost who's going to be rescued. Okay, not all of Israel. A lot of Israel, they need to die, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? Much as I hate Esau, Edom, I hate you, bitch ass niggas, man.
Right.
Okay? Y'all gotta go, man.
Yeah, niggas gotta die. Black people gotta go.
Yeah, black people gotta die, man. Period.
Y'all be
Okay?
good.
You Mexicans, you Latin tribes,
Right.
you Latino, y'all gotta go, because y'all not with the program of the Lord.
Yeah.
What the Lord gonna do with you, man?
Yeah.
You on Esau's program.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. They came in now, forgot about, the atrocities that this man had committed, man. You know, that we still in slavery.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It says, I will put them together as the sheep of Basra, as the flock in the midst of their fold. So we were brought up and raised up here just like these, like them.
Yeah.
You know? But the scriptures say that this portion of Jacob is not like them, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Because we read what it say, they will no longer remain on him.
Yeah, they will
that,
no longer
that,
lean on him.
That smote him,
Lean on him,
but
that
will
smote.
return unto the Holy One of Israel.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Because this man has smote us and he's still trying to get us. You know, but he's not going to be able to, as you said earlier, he's going to put some of us to death, But even with that, we if we have the elect, we covered by Yahweh Shah, man.
Right.
Because Yahweh Shah, he conquered death.
Yep.
So no matter what they throw at us, it ain't going to affect the elect, man.
That's right.
It says, they shall make great noise by reason of the multitude of men. Because really, it's really great millstone. You're going to see more and more people, it's going to be more gathered, of all the, the tribes, but we're the ones who's really speaking against it, the MOTP and everything like that. And like how you just said, the anti-Sims, they're going to start coming at us, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember what Chat GPT said?
Oh yeah.
That great millstone, I'm not boasting, man. Okay? I'm just repeating what it said. All right, it's the truth. That great millstone is the most consistent group. Because we believe in His word. We're not flip-flopping, man. We're not being two of heart, double-minded.
Yeah, we're not changing up the doubt. We've been saying the same thing since we came on the scene, beginning with the apostles and elders, the great millstone. The message has always stayed the same. It hasn't changed, man.
That's right.
And apostles ain't sold out,
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
A lot of these camp leaders, and you been seeing them go from, looking like they got 9 to 5s to looking like they celebrities, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell by the way they teach now.
Yeah.
They ain't worried about the sheep, man.
You're not.
And they're not talking about nothing like they still, the Lord was a black man. Which, that's a good point and everything, but man, we way farther. The world know it now. You don't really hear too much people saying that the Lord looked like an Edomite.
There's no debate on that. Even Edomites. Even Edomites is accepting that the was a so-called black man, and the black man is the father of all races.
Matter of fact, Putin said that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, if we're at the point, you need to be warning, check what the hell is happening, man. What's finna come next, and which is like right around the corner, which is that MOTB.
That's right. But you know, it's all in the scriptures. A lot of people are not going to see it.
Yep.
You only hear for the elect. That's first and foremost, man. I know it's tough to see it. Sometimes you get frustrated, but it's all part of the Lord's program. It's part of prophecy.
Yeah.
2/3 is going to die here in America, man. Okay? 2 parts. That prophecy is not going away, man. All right? But, you know, it's just the, you know, the love for the love of our people. That's why we get frustrated, man. So, you know, it's balanced, man. But before, you can say you hate niggas. Yeah, we do. We hate the ones that hate the Lord, man. Period.
Yeah, no, all niggas hate the Lord because you wouldn't be calling yourself a nigga.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yep.
You know, we hate all niggas, man.
Yeah, the Heavenly Father hates you. Read Wisdom of Solomon 7:28.
Yeah.
If you don't have the wisdom of the Lord, if Yahweh Shai ain't within you, man, the Lord don't give a shit about you, man.
You consider
You're
that
gonna have to
enemy.
be reborn in the kingdom for him to show his love towards you, man.
Through one of the elect.
That's
You're
right.
gonna be one of the elect sons.
Yeah.
And you're gonna come up the right way.
Yeah.
That's IUIC. He was clicking. I forgot what his name was. He was when you know how we would say we hate niggas. Then pause it. Look, what type of Israelite man or man of God would say something like that?
See, because they not in the spirit of Yahweh Shemi Shai. The scriptures tell you the Lord loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. Niggas ain't got wisdom.
That's right.
Right? So yeah, we're gonna be the most hated. We're gonna be the offscouring, but the Lord is with us.
That's
right. Because if Yahweh Shai was on the scene, he'd be with great millstones. Okay? He wouldn't be with no other group.
Right.
And those men back then, they was like, we gotta let this man. We gotta do something about him because more people were going to believe on him, and it's going to take our place from the Romans.
And that's exactly what these other groups are doing with great millstone. Trying to demonize us. The first it was the whole grape thing. We ain't none member of Great Millstone been convicted of that shit, but it's been members of their group convicted of it. Members they've been convicted of that, shooting trannies, kidnapping, murder, and goddamn murder, man. God damn.
Rest in peace, George.
You know what I'm saying? Extortion.
And then they getting into it, having big rumbles.
Yeah, fighting on the street with other Israelite groups, but we the problem.
Yeah, bro, that's fucked out, bro.
It don't make sense, but that's fine. Y'all do y'all, man. We gonna keep doing Yahweh Shemi Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right,
bro. That's right.
Go ahead, brother. Finish it up.
Come on. St. Matthew, chapter 24, verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
There you go. We get used to it, man. Because if they of this world, they're gonna hate Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai said it. He said, if the world hated me, they're gonna hate you. So you don't get a pass, man. All right.
Yahweh Shai testified of the evil thereof.
That's right. So yeah, this is what it is, brothers, man. You gotta bear that cross.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
And then shall many be offended.
Many are being offended right now. You see the comment board. Okay, go ahead. You see the videos they doing.
Yeah, the brother Nancy be putting them up.
Exactly, man. Right there, marking themselves, but it's all good. We knew this already. Go ahead.
And shall betray one another.
They shall betray one another. Get used to it. It might be your own family member. You might get they might get a reward because you know this word. It's called the snitch program. Okay? It's gonna happen. Don't be surprised by it, man.
Do you know this man?
Do you know where he's at?
If they fucking grant the rewards for people to report ICE some people for $2,000 a piece, you don't think they're gonna sell you out? Come on, man.
Their slogan is, if you see something, say something.
Right.
If you see something, they're anti-Semites.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise.
Many false prophets shall rise, and it is happening. We at that time. We in the end days, man. Okay? You can't tell me we're not, man. A lot of these dudes sold out for the bag, man. You're gonna see the difference between the ones that's building and you're gonna see the ones that's tearing down the place and go back to that dead state.
Yeah, bro.
You can find that in Micah the 3rd chapter, the whole chapter, man.
Bro.
Okay, go ahead.
and shall deceive many.
And it shall deceive many. Many are being deceived into being prosperous. Okay? It's all about prosperity, man. We shining. The Lord's with us. That's not in the scriptures.
That's right.
The shine is the knowledge. It's the truth. Let your lights shine upon them, man.
Yeah.
Okay? Believe it or not, you got that shine. This word. Trust me, Isaiah 4:1 will come to play soon.
Right. Exactly.
And that's the last thing I'm thinking about right now. Go ahead.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Because the iniquity shall abound, right now the sin is reaching to the heavens. And the love of many shall wax cold. When nothing is left, they're going to turn against each other, man.
Friends shall fight one against another as enemies.
That's right. Come on, man. You better smarten up and wisen up, man. Anybody that's against this word is a potential agent, and they whip this system, man.
Yeah.
You got to look at it like that, man.
Yeah, they not ready to be unplugged.
Right. Matter of fact, I got one for you.
Go ahead.
Sirach 10:19. They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed.
Yeah. Those traitors, those Judas goats, are the traitorous seeds because they don't believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They totally against them. Those are the true antichrists, anti-Mashiachs.
Yeah.
Okay? I don't like to say Christ, man. I don't like.
Yeah, I don't like that word either.
Go ahead.
They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed.
And they are a deceivable seed. What's the commandment? What's the number one commandment? Thou shalt not serve no other gods before me. So how the hell you preaching in the word of Jesus Christ, man? Huh? You broke rule number one.
Yeah.
They keep all the laws.
Yeah, you keep all the laws. I know. Come on, man. That's the example of a hypocrite, man. Those are enemies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So they're the deceivable seed.
Right.
Go ahead. That's it.
Yeah, that was basically it.
All right, so I want to get them more, but we're running out of time. So I hope your brothers and sisters were edified. Stay prayed up, have faith, fear not with those things that's coming, because it has to come to pass, man. So I want to give all praise and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace out to the hope of your elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
I wanted to get in second hand.
That son ain't a joke.
Yeah, that's